Yakima Valley Pippins baseball is live on YouTube and on Mixler for the penultimate time in 2026. Welcome to Walker Stadium, everybody. My name's Harmon Johnsen, your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins, and it's a smoky one here in Portland. AQI playing a factor in some of the decisions of today. I spent most of the day in the hotel room and currently at the ballpark. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off right away. And AQI sitting at 161. Anything getting close to 200 is considered unhealthy for any group. 161 is already considered unhealthy for some groups. And so it's a warm night. It's a smoky night. And as promised, I'm going to send a picture out onto my Facebook and my Twitter later on as this game kind of gets going along of just what kind of conditions we're dealing with here. It's smoky enough here at the ballpark that the tree line out beyond the outfield is just a little bit obstructed. I was down on the field during batting practice. I was out swinging the stick with the guys, and there's definitely some smoke in the air, and there was some concern to whether or not this game was even going to get played. Of course, this game technically meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Portland has locked up the number 4 seed. They cannot get any higher than the number 3. Yakima Valley is eliminated from the postseason, and so no reason for them to continue playing other than to finish out the season strong and try to pick up a couple more wins and improve on an already 7 more win season than last year. The Pippins 21-31, trying to get a maximum of 23 wins to wrap up 2026. So it's going to be an interesting night. There's a big unhealthy group of smoke, even more unhealthy than what we have right now, just to the south of here in Oregon City. That's only about a 10 to 15 minute drive down Interstate 205 away. So we'll see how this game progresses along, whether or not we're going to get the whole game in, whether or not we're going to get halfway in and the air quality is going to snap. There's really no good way to judge it. There's different standards for different places. There's different ways that the weather can be affected. One way, if the wind shifts, all of a sudden the smoke would clear out. It really just depends on the umpire's discretion, the training staff, everybody involved in the decision-making process here at Walker Stadium. I know that earlier on, the Portland Pickles canceled their batting practice because their batting practice pitcher, did not want to throw in the smoky conditions. The Pippins never skip batting practice, and so they were down on the field pregame hitting here at Walker Stadium. This is probably the most smoky night we'll have here in 2026. There's wildfires everywhere in Oregon and Washington. In fact, the wildfires around the Pacific Northwest are not only affecting this game, but Wenatchee, who has locked up the number 1 seed, and they were playing the Victoria Harbor Cats. They will not be playing their game tonight. There is a big batch of unhealthy smoke up near Wenatchee, and the AQI readings there anywhere from 221 to 224. So the Apple Sox not playing tonight. We're in probably the second worst patch of smoke here in Portland, and so we'll see how the night goes on as the plate meeting underway between Jim Hopple, Kyle Crestangel, and our 2 umpires, Kyle Sisk and Henry DeJesus. Portland coming into this game 16-12, 27-25 overall on the summer. They are in the playoffs. They are the number 4 seed, and they will send out the following to bat. Masa Chilcutt is the third baseman. He wears number 49. Cody Niedowitz playing right field. He bats second wearing number 12. Batting third, the center fielder, number 11, Kai Malt. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 29, M.D. Connor. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 55, Elijah McNeil. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 20, Luis Castillo. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 85, Joel Roberts. Batting eighth is the catcher, number 18, Braden Reese. And batting ninth is the second baseman, number 70, Brady McKay. Again for Portland, Chilcutt, Niedowitz, Malt, Connor, McNeil, Castillo, Roberts, Reese, and McKay. Their starting pitcher tonight is Nick Rodriguez. Portland under the management of Jim Hopple in his first season as the manager of the Portland Pickles. And now for your Yakima Valley Pippins for the second to last time here in 2026. Leading off and playing right field is number 3, Tyson Miller. Batting second, the center fielder, number 8, Tommy Lamb. And batting third, the designated hitter, number 20, Diego Davis. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 25, Parker Burt. Batting fifth is the second baseman, number 2, Brennan Aoki. And batting sixth is the left fielder, number 99, Max Workman. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 9, Brandon Stone. Batting eighth is the third baseman, number 6, Yash Gupta. And batting ninth is the first baseman, number 16, Cole French. So again for Yakima Valley, Miller, Lamb, Davis, Burt, Aoki, Workman, Stone, Gupta, and French. Starting pitcher tonight for the 21 and 31 Yakima Valley Pippins is Dawson Barabalt, under the management of Kyle Crustangel in his 5th season as the head man of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Pippins 9 and 16 on the road, Portland 10 and 15 at home. Yakima Valley has lost 2 of its last 8 or 2 of its last 10. They are 2 and 8 in their last 10. Portland 6 and 4 in their last 10, trying to get into the playoffs, which start on Friday on a hot streak. Portland will be hosting game 1 of the opening weekend, and then it looks like their opponent will be the Walla Walla Sweets. If Walla Walla can get a win today over the Marion Berries and Corvallis lose to Ridgefield, Ridgefield would then be a game behind Walla Walla. That game 3 between Corvallis and Portland, or Corvallis and Ridgefield rather, would be extremely important. AQI up in Ridgefield, by the way, is sitting at around 130, so they're in a little bit better of a scenario than we are, but this whole area, the Portland metro area, is going to be affected by wildfire smoke, and hopefully we can get these games in without too much of an issue. But of course, player safety is one of the primary concerns here in the West Coast League, and we want to make sure that everybody out on the field is staying safe with the conditions. Hopefully you've got your inhaler if you're at the ballpark. Hopefully you're going to be able to make it through the game with us. It's a much lighter crowd today than it was yesterday, partially due to the smoke and partially due to the promotion. Keep Pickles Weird Night, not quite as enticing as 5-cent beer night. And so we get ready for the national anthem. Pippins and Pickles lining up on the warning track and the foul line. We'll be right back with first pitch between the Pickles and the Pippins here in the second to last game of 2026. It is time for baseball here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Yakima Valley and the Portland Pickles in the second to last game of the 2026 regular season. Tyson Miller, Tommy Lamb, and Diego Davis dig in against the right-handed arm of Nick Rodriguez. Rodriguez making his second start of the summer. This is game number 8 for Nick. 15 innings, 22 hits, 16 earned runs, 12 walks, and 12 strikeouts for a 9.60 ERA for the Portland Pickles hurler. Let's see if Yakima Valley and Portland have a little bit tighter of a contest tonight than they did last night. Last night, Portland taking game one of the series 19-6. The defense behind Nick Rodriguez, you've got Joel Roberts out in left field, Kai Malt in center, and Cody Niedowitz in right. Masa Chilcutt is at third. You've got Elijah McNeil at shortstop, Brady McKay at second base, M.D. Connor is holding down first, and the catcher today is Braden Reese for Nick Rodriguez. Portland going with their navy blue tops with the Dylan T. Pickles circle baseball mark on the left chest. White pants, navy caps with the same Dylan T. Pickle logo on the cap. Yakima Valley going with their green tops today with white Pippins in block across the front. White numerals on the back, gray uniform pants, and blue lids to go along with the green tops. The Pippins have been wearing the blue caps almost exclusively the last 2 weeks of this season. Again, it's Tyson Miller, Tommy Lamb, and Diego Davis, the right fielder, the center fielder, and the designated hitter due up for Yakima Valley here in this first inning. It's been a warm day here in Portland. There was a heat advisory in effect until tomorrow night. It was expected to be around 95 degrees, but the temperatures here at first pitch in the high 80s. And so it should be a fairly comfortable night, all things considered. You've got the smoke that we're dealing with as well. We'll get the AQI reading right after first pitch. Other than that, it's been a clear day. You can't tell because of the haze, the smoke, everything in the air. I actually was told by one of the Pickles staffers when I got to the ballpark that they said that somebody saw ash raining down on the field at one point. So we'll see how this game goes along. The second to last time here in 2026 for Yakima Valley. Tyson Miller, the left-handed stick, digging in, and we get ready to play baseball here at Walker Stadium. Battle the conditions with us. Grab a chair, grab a drink of water, whatever you got to do. As we get ready for first pitch, out of the windup comes Nick Rodriguez, and the first offering is called a strike. Middle fastball, and we are underway. 7:17 p.m. here at Walker Stadium in the Rose City. Walker Stadium located in Lentz Park. The 0-1 to Tyson. Deliberate windup, but it caught the outer black, and it's 0-2.
Your fan favorite launch balls. Be ready for launch.
Weather conditions here at Walker Stadium, 87 degrees. It is smoky, it is hazy, whatever you want to call it. 0-2 out of the windup from Rodriguez. Wave and a miss on an outside fastball. Tyson down, swinging. One up and one down. So 87 degrees. We were expecting a little bit closer to 95. Smoky conditions. The air quality index from the closest monitor to the baseball field, 161. Usually when you get close to 200, that's when you start considering not being outside. Rodriguez sets and winds. Here's the first offering to Tommy Lamb. It's downstairs for ball one. Rodriguez is going to be 87 to 88 with the fastball. Home plate umpire today is Kyle Sisk. He wears number 76 for the West Coast League. His partner in the field is Henry DeJesus. 1-0 pitch. Tommy sends this foul down over towards the Portland Pickles third base dugout. The count moves to 1-1. Tommy Lamb from Kennewick, Washington, batting .313 in 22 games with Yakima Valley. 48 at-bats, 15 hits. That's pretty good for Tommy. He's also got a pretty good glove out in center field. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 1 down. Tyson Miller struck out. Rodriguez out of the wind. A slider misses outside. 2-1. The slider going to be around 75 to 77. That one right in the middle at 76. Winding from the hill, 2-1. This is a fastball with some tail back over the plate. 87, 2-2 to the right-handed stick of Tommy Lamb. Kyle Sisk going to have just a slightly bigger strike zone than his partner Henry DeJesus from last night. 2-2 out of the wind. Another tailing back fastball. It sent foul out of play over on the right side. That one got up to 88. Looks like Rodriguez has quite a bit of two-seam run. Right-handed pitcher out there on the hill pitching to a right-handed bat. That means the ball is going to back up into the hands of Tommy Lamb. 2-2 breaking ball in off the hands. This one was high, and Tommy got a piece of it back to the screen. 2-2. A much lighter crowd than the announced 4,395 from last night. Last night was nickel beer night. That definitely brought some people out to the ballpark. Tonight, I'm sure the weather conditions keeping some that would normally come out away. 2-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs. That one up to 89. So the count runs full. Pippins scored in the first inning of last night's game. They had 2 hits. They had a walk as well. Parker Burt got the RBI single in that inning. Payoff pitch out of the line. This is golfed out towards left field. Roberts going back onto the track, reaches up, dives over the wall. He comes up with the baseball. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Joel Roberts just tumbled over the 3-foot wall and made a Sports Center highlight catch. Oh my goodness. Well, if you're not synced up with the Portland video with my audio, go check it out. I don't condone people going to the other broadcasts, but holy smokes.
Well played.
That is going to be on Sports Center tonight or tomorrow morning. If it's not, that's a sin. Joel Roberts inserted into left field today with a diving catch up against the wall, flips onto the picnic tables, and able to hang on to the baseball. Tip your hat if you're Tommy Lamb. Wow. And the positive side, Roberts is feeling quite all right out there after tumbling into the picnic tables. First pitch breaking ball, caught the top of the zone to Diego Davis. No balls, 1 strike. Roberts has not played much here for Portland. Say he's made his mark. 0-1. Slider on the outer part of the plate. It's 0-2. Wow. I'm in disbelief. That is incredible. Now quickly, Rodriguez looking for his 3rd strikeout. 0-2 out of the windup. Fastball swung on out to short. McNeil lays it, and it goes into left field. E6 for Elijah McNeil. That's his 2nd error of the series. That was one that he completely gave up on. Tried to lay it from the side, and it went right past him. So 2-out base runner for Yakima Valley. Diego Davis is aboard. McNeil definitely plays a little more casual of shortstop than most. As now Parker Burt strolling to the plate. Up in Yakima, he made quite a few pretty routine plays look difficult with just how casually he approached the baseball. First pitch breaking ball to Parker Burt. That misses down. 1 ball and no strikes. So Diego gets his lead off of first, and Parker with a multi-hit game last night also had 2 RBI. 1-0, this misses out. 2 balls and no strikes. Parker, kind of the captain of this team of who's remaining. 306 batting average. This is game number 48. 52 hits after the multi-hit game last night for Parker Burt. Out of the stretch, the 2-0. This is sent back to the screen, an outside fastball that Parker got off the end of the bat. 2-1. Portland defense playing straight up. Connor holding on the runner over at first. Diego Davis. 2-1. Slider outside. 3 balls and a strike. Well, Roberts with better. Rodriguez sets at his belt line, the 3-1 pitch. This is upstairs, ball 4. Parker Burt is going to draw a free pass. Brennan Aoki will have a runner in scoring position and Parker Burt behind him here with 2 outs in the first inning. Started off pretty exciting. Rodriguez got a strikeout, and then diving over the left field fence was Joel Roberts to rob Tommy Lamb of extra bases at least, maybe a home run. Davis reaches on an E6. Burt walks. Aoki waiting on the first offering. Here it comes. It's a fastball upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Brennan Aoki from Puyallup, Washington, batting .226 in 10 games with Yakima Valley. He's scored 8 times. He's only got 7 hits. He's drawn 10 walks. Been very valuable getting on base. 1-0, catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1.
Done a man cider coming around in the view.
2 RBI for Brennan Aoki. Only played in 10 games with Whitworth. He batted .222. He's 3 points better here in 10 games with the Pippins. 1-1. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. It appears for Rodriguez, just based on the types of outings he's had this summer, he's going to be a higher walk, but also higher strikeout pitcher. He's only had a scoreless outing once. That was against the Bend Elks last time out on the 30th of July. Looks back towards second. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Aoki knees buckled as it dances in over the heart of the plate. 2-2. Brennan wanted to pull the trigger, but committed too late.
Stadium, let's get
2 balls and 2 strikes here at Walker Stadium. Pippins have 2 men aboard. Scored in the first inning last night. 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside. And so the count will run full. The runners will be in motion. Diego Davis leading the way at second. Parker Burt behind him at first. A couple of catchers for Yakima Valley. Rodriguez squaring up, now setting at the belt, looking back towards second. Lifts the leg. Here comes the payoff. It is high and tight, ball 4, and the Pippins have the bags loaded. Error, walk, all with 2 outs. Yakima Valley has Max Workman, who just committed to UNLV about an hour ago up at the plate, going from Spokane Falls Community College to the Division I level.
Max Work.
Workman, very well deserved. He hit .324 in 41 games with the Bigfoot up in Spokane. First pitch, fouled straight back. It's 0-1. So far this summer with Yakima Valley, not quite the same pretty numbers. A 111 batting average, 3 hits in 7 games. No balls, 1 strike. Workman trying to drive home a couple. Pitch upstairs. Called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Sisk still establishing his strike zone here. Seems to be giving most of the edges. So Workman quickly behind. Out of the full windup goes Rodriguez. Bases loaded. Breaking ball right off the top of the screen and almost down into the batter's circle. Still 0-2. Lights are on here at Walker Stadium as we anticipate with the smoke in the air. It's going to get dark pretty quickly once the sun disappears behind the tree line. No balls and 2 strikes. Bags full of Pippins. Here comes the pitch. Slider, wave and a miss. Workman down on strikes. Bookend strikeouts in the top half of the first inning, and the Pippins fail to score. It's no runs on no hits. 1 error by Portland and 3 runners left on base. Half inning in the books. Yakima Valley 0. Portland coming up. This is Pippins baseball.
Heron Lakes Greenback.
Okay.
Rose City, East Slow.
Yeah. Great blue.
Heron Lakes Straight Blue, yeah.
It's hard.
Not for me. Oh, you meant to play. I meant to rank them. Yeah, I won't even play. It's too hard. Too hard. I don't want to.
They used to have the Neil Lomax shootout out here.
Yeah. Didn't they used to have like a quarterback
Yeah.
challenge?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Saw those.
Purchase your launcher balls now behind the Mr. Blywood Party Deck at the top of the 7th. We will launch our balls into hula hoops. You can win amazing prizes like bobbleheads, future first pitch in a pickle game, or even a free run to go. Portland Parks Golf. Looking for the perfect open mic night, perhaps a chill Sunday karaoke date spot. About pretty live music and the very best $9 Portland martini. And check out the Stardate Tavern, Southeast sponsored. Free live music every night of the week, kicking off on Monday with open mics at 6:30. Need a portable toilet? Choose Willie Make It. We provide superior disinfectant portable toilets with unmatched customer service. Give our friendly office staff a call. Send a portable toilet rental tonight. Willie Make It clean, reliable, and commit to your needs.
Bottom half of the first inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. It'll be Masa Chilcutt, Cody Niedowitz, and Kai Malt due up against Yakima Valley starting pitcher, right-hander Dawson Barabalt, a Spokane Falls Community College right-handed arm who redshirted this recent season and so came into the summer with a fresh arm. He's 0-2. This will be game number 6. This will be start number 4, 15 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts to 8 walks for Dawson, 15 earned runs, an 8.62 ERA. Opponents hitting .309 off of Dawson Barabalt. The defense for Yakima Valley, you've got Max Workman out in left field, Tommy Lamb in center, and Tyson Miller in right. Yash Gupta is at third, Brandon Stone is at short, Brennan Aoki is at second base, and Cole French manning first base. Parker Burt is doing the catching for Dawson Barabalt. Last time out for Dawson, 4 innings against the Springfield Drifters on the 29th. Took the loss, giving up 10 hits, 7 runs. All of them earned 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. So looking for a little bit more of an outing like he had against the Portland Gherkins on the 2nd of July. 4 innings, no runs, no hits, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Masa Chilcutt leads it off for the Portland Pickles. It's Chilcutt, Niedowitz, and Malt. Barabalt ready to go. First pitch. This is a fastball just a touch inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Barabalt going to be about 87 with the fastball. As Masa Chilcutt is playing third base today. Chilcutt played left field yesterday. 1-0 out of the windup. Breaking ball. This drops in. 1-1. Chilcutt from Rice, batting .283 in 40 games with Portland. Defense playing Chilcutt straight up. 1-1 pitch from Barabalt. Breaking ball again. This one's fouled back to the screen. The count 1-2. Pippins have a good opportunity here to string together a couple of good starts. Barabalt today, and then Nathaniel Carano, the projected starter for tomorrow. Portland likely to rest some of their regulars later tonight and tomorrow to try to get ready for the postseason, which starts on Friday. 1-2. Breaking ball upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chilcutt used in multiple defensive spots, primarily an outfielder, but can play the infield as well, listed as a utility. 2-2, high and tight. 3 balls and 2 strikes as the count runs full. The one thing you don't want to do if you're Barabalt is walk the house. Cisco had 5 walks in his start. Musial had 3. Yeager had 4 last night. Payoff pitch from Dawson. Fastball foul back over our heads here in the press box. The count remains full. Smoky day here in Portland. Under the lights at Walker Stadium, trying to wrap up the 2026 season. Payoff, fastball down and away, ball 4. Masa Chilcutt going to coax a leadoff walk. So 1 on, nobody out for Cody Niedowitz.
What plays the right fielder from the University of Portland?
Niedowitz 2 seasons with the Portland Pilots, just up the way. Batting .310 in 31 games for the Pickles this summer. Portland had a very hot start yesterday. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. Pippins trying to avoid that for a second consecutive day here in Portland. Out of the stretch, the first pitch is a fastball middle for a strike, 0-1. Niedowitz 36 hits, 6 doubles, 1 home run. So not as many extra base hits as maybe he would like. That shows in the slugging number, 388. Runner takes off from first. The 0-1 is a called strike. The throw down is off the mark. Stealing second base is Masa Chilcutt. Cody Niedowitz behind in the count, 0-2. That was a breaking ball that Burt had to go up and get and then throw down, and the throw drifted towards the second base side of the second base bag. Shortstop Stone was coming across to make sure it didn't get into center field. 0-2 pitch from Dawson Barabalt, looping breaking ball, stays upstairs. 1-2. This is a series dominated by the Portland Pickles, 25-6 all time. Here in Portland, even more dominant, 14-2. Yakima Valley has only won twice here at Walker Stadium. A look back towards second, the 1-2 pitch. This is just a touch inside. Good breaking ball from Barabalt, 2-2. Nedowitz does crowd the plate. Made it look probably closer than it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Barabalt coming set, looking back to the second base bag. Into the motion, 2-2, shot into the screen. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only other days that we ever were concerned about smoke were in Walla Walla the last couple of times we were there. AQI for one of those games was 116. The next day was 88 to 152. 2-2, breaking ball upstairs. Another full count here from Dawson Barabalt. And so this is by far the worst AQI the Pippins have played in this summer, and that's likely going to remain the case because there's only one more game. That's tomorrow. Payoff pitch from Dawson. Wave and a miss. A breaking ball. No, that's a fastball. Had some cut. Strikeout number 1 for Dawson Barabalt. It was at the top of the zone, and Nedowitz came up empty. Here comes Kai Malt. Malt from Santa Barbara. 371 batting average with the Portland Pickles. 56 hits in 38 games for Kai Malt. Big lead off a second for Chilcutt. There he goes. Breaking ball in tight. Throw down from Parker. He collides with the batter, but standing in his spot is Kai Malt. That's not interference. Malt is entitled to the right-hand batter's box. He's going to stumble out of the batter's box as on the collision, it looked like he and Parker bumped knees, and Parker's got all that gear on. So a successful stolen base of third for Masa Chilcutt. Now Portland's third base coach just going to give Kai Malt a second to catch his breath.
Let's go, Pickles. Pickles. Pickles.
Pitch was called a strike, so it's 0-1. Runner at third, 1 down. Barabalt still out of the stretch. Pitch upstairs. That's a fastball, 1-1. No, he did call it a ball. 2 balls, no strikes is what Kyle Sisk says. He just verbaled up to the press box. All right. He's holding the 2 in the wrong hand, but that's all right. 2-0, breaking ball outside. Over on the right side, 2-1 now. Pretty sure it's supposed to be backwards for us if he's facing the field so that it's forward for the pitcher. He was holding the 2 in the left hand, not the right hand. 2-1. High and away, 3 balls and a strike. That's the first time I think I've noticed an umpire not using the hand signals properly. It's an easy mistake because you think about it yourself. You hold up a 3 to a 1, you're reading it that way. It's supposed to be backwards for you, though. 3-1. This pitch called a strike right on the outer black. It's 3-2. Runner still at third, Masa Chilcutt. The count full. A third straight full count to a third straight hitter to open up this game. Barabalt, glove at his chest, the payoff pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outer black. Kai Malt down looking. Dawson Barabalt, back-to-back punchies. So that'll bring up MD Connor with 2 outs. And the worst that can happen is it's 2-0 Pickles if Connor leaves the yard, which he did do last night, a 3-run blast that came off the bat at 99 miles an hour out to right field. The ball traveled 343 feet. First pitch from Dawson, breaking ball upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. M.D. Connor, the first baseman, where he's been comfortably playing most of the season since coming to Portland. .351 batting average in 37 games. 1-0. This bounces in, coming from third and going into the plate to score. Masa Chilcutt. It's 1-0 Portland. That ball bounced up the first base line. So even though Parker kept it in front, it got away. That's a wild pitch that scores Masa Chilcutt. 2 balls and no strikes is the count. 2 are out. So it's still true. The worst that can happen with M.D. Connor at the plate is a 2-0 game. He would have to hit a solo bomb here to do that. 2 balls, no strikes. Barabal brings home the 2-0 pitch. Fastball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. This is where the Pippins struggled last night, was getting those 2 outs and then not being able to find the third. Dawson going to need something somewhat close to the plate here. 3-0, missed way upstairs, ball 4. So 2 walks have been issued by Dawson Barabal. There's also been 2 strikeouts in this game. It went walk to Chilcutt, strikeout, strikeout, walk. Chilcutt stole 2 bases. He scored on a wild pitch. Here comes Elijah McNeil.
From UC Davis. Number 55.
Elijah McNeil, .291 batting average. .37 games for McNeil, most of them at short. First pitch from Barabal, breaking ball, missed high and in, 1 ball and no strikes. McNeil, the all-star for Portland up in Victoria. Hard to believe with some of the seasons like M.D. Connor and Cody Niedowitz are having, Kai Malt as well, that they weren't part of that discussion. 1-0 on the ground, pulled foul past third. Bounces off the netting, and a member of the Pickles dugout. No, looks like Max Workman's going to go get that ball. Workman hands it through the netting to a fan sitting in the left field berm. The count 1-1. M.D. Connor standing over at first base after a walk. He does have 8 stolen bases this summer. 1-1. Barabal taking a peek over his right shoulder out towards first. There goes M.D. Connor. Throw is high. The throw down to second gets between the legs of Stone, but Aoki there backing him up. Stolen base for M.D. Connor. There's bag number 9 for him on the summer. Pitch was a called ball. It's 2-1. Kyle Sisk barking something down towards the Pippins dugout over on the first base side. They had appealed down to Henry DeJesus to see if he went around for a strike. Henry said no. It's going to be a long night if that's going to be the case. Look back towards second. Barabal brings home the 2-1 pitch. This caught the top of the zone. 2-2. Say Kyle Sisk is still trying to establish his strike zone tonight. Probably the last time Kyle will be behind the dish. Don't know who the playoff umpires are yet. 2-2 from Dawson. Breaking ball. This misses outside. The count runs full. So it's another full count to another Portland Pickle. Elijah McNeil, either going to be strikeout number 3, walk number 3, or some result we haven't seen yet. Barabal with the glove under his left armpit. Now comes set right in front of the Pippins word mark. Look back to second. There goes M.D. Connor. Payoff pitch. Laced into the 5-6 hole. Diving stop by Stone. He keeps it on the infield. Throw's going to come home. Turning around third and scoring is M.D. Connor. Connor never stopped running. There were 2 outs in the inning. Elijah McNeil reaches on an infield single. That was way deep in the hole out at short, and Stone did his best job to keep it on the infield. and he did so. But Connor never stopped running, rounded third aggressively.
Here
comes Luis Castillo. We'll see if that results in an RBI for McNeil. As taking off and running is Elijah McNeil. The pitch misses downstairs, a breaking ball, 1-0. So the Pickles running all over Dawson Barabalt here in the first inning. One 1-0. This is fouled over top the screen, 1-1. So you can give McNeil an RBI. That's just one of those plays you don't normally see. The guy scoring from second on a ball that never left the infield. Dawson looking back towards second base, 2-0 Pickles. 1-1. Sawed off the check swing out on the right side of the berm. It's 1-2. Barabalt again down to that final strike with the Portland Pickle. He's seen 4 full counts and has had to work extremely hard here in this first inning of play. 2-0. Only 1 hit for Portland so far. McNeil dancing at second. 1-2 pitch. This breaking ball misses inside. Nearly got a piece of Luis Castillo. 2-2. Johnson about to throw pitch number 35 in this first inning. McNeil takes off. 2-2. Fastball upstairs. It's a stolen base for Elijah McNeil as Parker did not attempt to throw. Runner at third. Another full count for Dawson Barabalt. That's 5 stolen bases for Portland in this first frame. 3-2 sent high and away over on the right side. Foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes remains. Well, you can limit the damage if you're Dawson, but your pitch count's going to pay for it right now. Barabalt setting on the Pippins word mark. Payoff pitch. Castillo sees a breaking ball down and away, ball 4. That's 3 walks issued here in the first inning by Barabalt. Runners are going to be at the corners, and Joel Roberts, who made the diving catch against the wall, tumbling into the picnic tables, will be due up. Ethan Salscheider going to head out to the hill and have a quick chat with Dawson Barabalt. So in the West Coast League tonight, it's a very, very important night. Walla Walla and Marion are squaring off in game number 2 of their series. Wenatchee and Victoria has been canceled, and with the cancellation, Victoria is now eliminated from the postseason. Hard to believe they're not making up that game, but Wenatchee doesn't need it. Victoria was on the outside looking in. They needed 2 wins plus losses from Kelowna and Edmonton today. Other games tonight, Kamloops is in Nanaimo. That game important for Nanaimo's seeding. That determines whether they're the 3 or the 4. Edmonton at Bellingham, the Riverhawks in front 3-1 right now. Bend and Springfield playing a game to finish out the year. Corvallis and Ridgefield, another important game. That'll help determine the 1 seed here in the South. Ridgefield currently leading 5-1, top of the 4th. Joel Roberts digging into the right-hand batter's box. Castillo at first, and over at third is Elijah McNeil. The first pitch is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Barabalt now at 38 pitches. He's got 2 outs here in this first inning. 2-0 Pickles. Castillo a couple steps off of first. 1-0 on the ground over towards third. Gupta on 2 bounces, sends it across to French, and the inning comes to an end. Portland scores 2. They cash in 2 of the 3 walks. They get an RBI single from Elijah McNeil. No errors by Yakima Valley, and 2 runners left on the corners. 1 inning in the books. Portland leads at 2-0 as we go to the top of the second. This is Pippins Baseball.
Are you in your closet? Visit rcu.org/join and get in on the action. Get back and enjoy the game with a drink of Lazy Days Brewing. You can grab a crisp Pilsner, refreshing full air. The point of sale throughout the park. Drink baseball, cold local beer, and Lazy Days.
Really, really, and how Bob did this on. Now it's fun. Perfect. I'll be happy. Um, and that's it. You probably want this students, right? So, top of the second inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Harmon Johnsen with you on the second to last night of the regular season. Portland leads it 2-0 after an inning of play, and Yakima Valley will send up Brandon Stone, Yash Gupta, and Cole French. 7, 8, and 9 in their batting order. Stone, the shortstop today for Yakima Valley, as he has been since the last couple of weeks. Swinging first pitch and sending it softly out towards third. Chilcutt on the run. Strong throw across. One down on one pitch here in the second inning. So Yash Gupta immediately up to the plate. Gupta from Whitworth College. For Yash, this is game number 11 with the Pippins. Same number as Brennan Aoki, his Whitworth teammate. Tommy Lamb and Nathaniel Carano have been with the Pippins more this summer, but those are the 4 Whitworth Pirates on the squad. Yash batting 143, 5 hits on the season with Yakima Valley as he takes a first pitch fastball down, 1 ball and no strikes. Yash ended up with a hit last night, a single in the 7th inning. 1-0, bouncing ball foul past Coach Crustangel over at third. 1-1. That sounded like it got inside a little bit, as if he got jammed. Bat not broken yet. We'll see if Yash able to finish the job here. 1-1, breaking ball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Coach Crustangel in the jacket already. We started at 87 degrees, but there's a slight breeze blowing through. 2-1, sent out towards right center field. Malt settling under it, backpedaling and make the catch, head high. 2 down here in the second inning for Nick Rodriguez. Cole French, the number 9 hitter for Yakima Valley. Batting only 105 in 7 games with the Pippins. 2 hits, one of them against Springfield, one of them against Corvallis. Nick Rodriguez winds and fires. The first pitch is a strike right over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Cole's been getting quite a bit of action over at first base ever since Levi Sotomayor departed from the team, as the 0-1 is on the ground out towards McNeil. He's able to glove this one cleanly, able to avenge his error in the first inning and send it across. And the Pippins are retired in order here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Portland here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins baseball.
The CEC Baby Busters is also offering 15% off college beverages with Fred. Letting Pickles tickets. And visit to get your Pickles fan discounts. Craving a crunch that slaps harder than a walk-off dinner? Rip open a bag of smacking sunflower seeds. These jumbo beauties are doused in wild flavors. So they call them weird, like dill pickle, maple brown sugar, and cheddar jalapeno. All the same zero salty burn. So you can seeds all 9 innings without torturing yourself. Easy 4 snapseal bags. Keep your hands free from foul balls. Smacking sunflower seeds flavor. That's nice. Wow. Hungry? Head down to the main concourse and refuel. Grab your ballpark classics at Dill's Grill. Sneak over to the Pizza Jerk bunker and cool off with a treat from Dill's Chill Ice Cream. No matter where you're sitting, The drinks are flowing. We got the Dilphin bar in left field. Dylan's hideaway in center. Hi, Nicole. Gonna miss you. And the Rally Gator bar rocking on the right field berm. Don't forget the most popular spot in the park, the Beauty Deck bar right behind home plate, where you can find Jeremiah Foster. It's time to go get your grub on, Pickles fans. Laying out the bottom of the second, Portland Pickles the catcher, University of Washington team.
Bottom of the second inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. It's 8-9-1 for the Pickles. Braden Reese, Brady McKay, and Masa Chilcutt against Dawson Barabal. First pitch of the second inning is a fastball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Portland getting 2 runs on only 1 hit. They drew 3 walks and struck out twice. Kind of an eventful inning for Dawson, throwing just under 40 pitches in that first frame. 1-0, fastball off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Braden Reese getting the start at catcher today. 2 seasons at Bellevue College up near Seattle. A .250 batting average in 21 games with the Pickles. He's got 19 hits, including 1 home run. 2-0 from Barabal. High and tight. This got a piece of him up near the shoulder. Dawson with his glove in his face. He didn't mean to go that high. He never, ever intentionally mean to go that high. And I think Dawson just lost control of a fastball. Braden Reese wears the pitch. He'll be aboard at first with nobody out. And Brady McKay, digging in. I don't know why I called him Brody. I called him Brady all night last night. I was just fine.
Brady.
McKay from St. Mary's, a native of Long Beach. Dawson making sure that Braden Reese over there is okay. Reese a catcher, so he definitely knows what it's like to wear it. Barabal looking back towards first. The first offering to McKay is roped into the netting, hard and foul over on the left side. 0-1. That came off the bat at 90 miles an hour. Good thing there's some nets over there by the berm. Otherwise, somebody might have eaten a baseball.
Cool.
So no balls and a strike. Stepping off, throwing to first is Barabal. Back in plenty of time is Braden Reese. Brady McKay for Portland batting .304. This is game number 25 for him. 24 hits, 1 for every game he's played in. Dawson looking back to first. Right-handed arm, steps off, throws over there again. French drops the baseball. It bounces off of McKay. Still 0-1. That's Reese rather over there at first. Reese rubbing his kidney area now as the baseball deflected off the glove and hit him in the side. Kind of a painful second inning here for Braden Reese. 0-1, Barabal sends this one right on the outer black. It is 0-2. Nice breaking ball from Dawson. Looking for a third strikeout to conclude the first trip through the order for the Pickles. You'd also love a ground ball over towards maybe Brandon Stone and get 2 for the price of 1. Dawson, the 0-2. Fastball, cut on and miss. This is downstairs. Throw down to first to keep Reese honest is late. Brady McKay strikes out. Dawson, 3 punchies through the first 9 batters. Here's Masa Chilcutt. Chilcutt drew a walk back in the first inning and then ran all over Dawson Barabal. 2 stolen bases and a wild pitch. Kind of an orange glow illuminating from left center field as the sun sets through the smoke and the haze. First pitch drilled out towards left center field. Workman and Lamb coming together. Workman settling under it. He makes the catch shoulder high. Braden Reese retreats back to first base, and there are 2 down. You can hear the excitement when the ball's hitting the air here at Walker Stadium. These fans know that the fence isn't quite as far away as many other places. But that tree line out in the outfield really does knock down the baseball more than you think. You've really got to hammer one to get it out through center field. Here's Cody Niedowitz, struck out swinging back in the first inning. Dawson trying to settle into this game after a long first inning. Looking over to first. The first pitch to Niedowitz is a fastball outside, 1-0. Cody Niedowitz playing right field again today. Last night for Portland, 2 for 3 with 4 runs scored. He drew 2 walks. He also drove 1 home with a run batted in. 1-0. Fastball caught the inside black. 1-1 to this left-handed batter, Cody Niedowitz. Pippins and Pickles in game number 2 of this series. Tomorrow, another 7:15 first pitch as Yakima Valley will end 2026. Breaking ball on the 1-1, taken right at the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Cody Niedowitz seems a little bit more perplexed today than he was yesterday. Had 2 hits and a walk. Faribault doing a good job of intermixing his pitches. Reese over at first, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Faribault deep breath. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's on the ground out towards second base. Aoki boots it, has time, recovers, throws to first through French's glove. This bounces off of the dugout railing and back into the field of play. Nobody's covering home. Parker going to trot back to the plate. Standing at third is Braden Reese. Standing at first is Cody Niedowitz. Aoki bobbled it and knew that he still had time to get the ball over there, but he rushed it and French had it go too hot through his glove. That's an E4 for Brennan Aoki.
Number 11.
Reese advances to third, and the inning will continue here for Kai Malt. Malt struck out looking in the first inning. No. Getting the clarification from our official scorekeeper, Gary. Base hit and an E4. Breaking ball downstairs for ball 1. No throw by Parker. Stolen base for Cody Niedowitz. Yeah, so the single to allow Niedowitz aboard, and then the E4 to advance Braden Reese on towards third. I don't disagree. 2 in scoring position here for Portland, 2 down. Kai Malt watches a fastball way outside, 2 balls, no strikes. That strikeout looking for Malt in the first inning. Last night, he struck out swinging in the 7th inning. He went 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 RBI. 2-0. Fastball caught the top of the zone, 2-1. Malt, after seeing the strike call, immediately turns over towards his dugout in disbelief. That's been called a couple of times tonight by Kyle Sisk. Two and one from Dawson. Breaking ball. Good block by Parker behind the dish to keep it in front. 3 balls and a strike.
Let's go, Pickle.
Hertz had to work extremely hard to keep everything close. There was 1 wild pitch in the first inning that allowed a run to score. Masa Chilcutt. Pips trying to hang a 0 here in the second. Portland scored 3 runs in the second inning of last night's game. Faribault's 3-1. On the ground, out towards the deep part of short, it sneaks past a diving Brandon Stone. Both runners are going to come home to score. This ball bounces away, but not far enough to advance Kai Malt from first. 2 RBI single for Malt. Portland leads it 4-0. Both of those runs unearned. The E4 should have been the end of the inning. And so now we go to M.D. Connor, still with 2 out and a runner over at first. Connor walked back in the first inning, stole second base, and would eventually come around and score. M.D. Connor walking up to the stroke, kind of gets the fans involved here at Walker Stadium. Barrel ball looking over towards first. There goes Malt, the pitch. High and away for ball 1. And no throw by Parker. It's a stolen base for Kai Malt. Dawson and Coach Crustangel had a quick chat before he disappeared into the dugout after the first inning, after Portland stole 5 bases, probably about tempo. 1-0, this fastball spiked all the way to the backstop, 2 balls and no strikes. Wild pitch, advancing Kai Malt onto third, was not off with the throw. MD Connor now with the man 90 feet away and 2 outs. And Coach Crustangel probably a pretty good argument for Dawson Barabalt of, hey man, you can't be quite as deliberate going to the plate. That might be where Dawson is struggling in the strike zone right now. 2-0. Fastball misses in tight, 3 balls and no strikes. Portland threatening to put runners at the corners, which at this point would be almost a guaranteed stolen base for MD Connor, who already has one tonight. 3-0, automatic take, and it's middle for strike 1. MD Connor forcing Dawson Barabalt to throw a strike. Connor, the 6th man to hit here in this bottom half of the second inning. 3-1, drilled out towards the right center field gap. This drops. Scoring easily is Kai Malt. It's an RBI single for MD Connor, and it's now 5-0 Portland. 90 miles an hour off the bat of MD Connor. 3 runs have scored in the second inning for the second straight night for Portland. All of them scoring with 2 outs. 3 straight hits after the E4, or I guess during the E4. Niedowitz reached on a single, but the E4 was committed on Niedowitz's ball in play. There goes MD Connor. First pitch high and tight, brushing back Elijah McNeil. Stolen base for Connor, his second of the night. Dawson not doing the best job of keeping runners from moving on him. The only couple times we've seen pickoffs was when Braden Reese, the catcher, was over at first. He has scored already in this inning. Dawson looking back to second. The 1-0 pitch. This is drilled high and deep out towards left field. Workman settling on the track in front of the short wall, makes the grab. That will retire the side. Workman didn't have to tumble over the wall like Joel Roberts did. Portland gets 3 more runs. They lead it 5-0. They got 3 hits in the inning, 1 error by Yakima Valley, and there was 1 runner left on base after 2 complete. 5-0 Portland. You're listening to Pippins Baseball.
2, 1. Swing those weird pickles. We're keeping it weird. So weird. Right there. Dylan is very excited about this. Oh, Elwood, come on. Where's Jake, Elwood? Oh, Dana. Dana's giving up. And 5. She was playing awesome the whole time. Let's hear it for Dana, our winner. Congratulations. Very proud of you. Let's hear it for all our contestants in the pickle swing.
Top of the third inning here at Walker Stadium in the Rose City, Portland, Oregon. Tyson Miller, Tommy Lamb, Diego Davis due up here against Nick Rodriguez. Top of the order for Yakima Valley. The Pippins, no runs on no hits yet tonight. Portland, 5 runs on 4 hits. Both teams have committed an error. First offering out of the windup from Nick Rodriguez is taken for a strike in the bottom quadrant by Tyson Miller. Tyson struck out looking in the first inning. That was one of 2 strikeouts for Rodriguez in that frame. 0-1, just a touch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyson for Yakima Valley, over 50 games this summer. Not all of them league games, but 50 games nonetheless. 1-1, shot out of play over on the left side, 1-2. If you remember last year, Dylan Anderson was the only Pippin to get over 50 games. All of those were league games. We play a 54-game season, so it's kind of a rare feat because usually you get 1 to 2 days off for rest. 1-2, wave and a miss. This was down and away. Tyson went fishing for it. He struck out for the second time. He's the lead out in the 3rd inning.
Slam.
Here comes Tommy Lamb. Lamb flew out to left field back in the 1st inning. That was that incredible diving catch by Joel Roberts, which should be a Sports Center highlight play when I get back to the hotel and I turn ESPN on tonight. First pitch, Tommy takes a first pitch strike up at the top of the zone. Tommy might have cranked his first home run of the season out, but Roberts tumbled over that short wall over in left field and took it away. 0-1 downstairs, 1-1. We don't see Tommy barrel the ball out to left field much. Usually when he's barreling, he's going out to center and right center. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think the AQI has calmed down just a little bit tonight. 1-1. Here's a ball out towards right center. Malt converging with Niedowitz. Malt makes the catch moving over to his left, shoulder high. 2 down here in the 3rd. Diego Davis hits with 2 outs. I'm using airnow.gov for my AQI map, and I'm correct. It's calmed down by a whole 6 points, 155, down from 161 when we started. Every website, I think, has a different reading, which is why it's so hard to judge smoke. First pitch, high and tight, 1 ball and no strikes. The weather reading is much easier to find locally. It's 84 degrees here at the ballpark. 1-0 misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Very slight breeze as well. Only says 5 miles an hour. 2-0. Diego in front of an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-1. The smoky conditions are supposed to continue tomorrow. And then the Pippins will head back up to Yakima Wednesday night, and everybody will go their separate ways. 2-1, wave and a miss, top shelf fastball, 2-2. It's kind of a sad thought. Get off the bus, and that's the last time everybody will be together. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez on the way to Diego. Breaking ball, called, strike 3. Slider froze him over the heart of the plate. And Nick Rodriguez ends up with his 4th strikeout of the night. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Portland leads it 5-0 here at Walker Stadium.
Pizza, pepperoni pizza, pickle pizza. For favorites, if Peter Piper picked the peck of pizza, Portland Pickles Pizza. Pizza Jerk is the perfect peck of pizza for Peter Piper to pick. You're in a small business or maybe just trying to manage your busy life. UPS storage or empty feed for professional printing expert, packing and convenient mailbox, efficient service, and helpful staff at UPS store. Well, they knock it out of the park. The bottom of the third here, Portland Pickles.
Bottom of the third inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Luis Castillo, Joel Roberts, and Braden Reese are due up against the new Yakima Valley Pippins right-handed arm. This is Cameron Sheriffs. First pitch from the new arm. Misses down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Barabalt goes 62 pitches, 2 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, only 2 of them earned. 1-0 from Cameron downstairs, 1 ball, or 2 balls, no strikes rather. Looked like Parker might have been crossed up just a touch. Sheriff's heading to YVC. So I pull up the stats here for Cameron. He sends the 2-0 in, and Luis Castillo takes a home run hack and misses, 2-1. Cameron on the summer, 11 innings in his 5 games, 16 walks to only 6 strikeouts, a 9.82 ERA. Breaking ball down and away, 3 balls and a strike. Not catching up fast enough. Dawson does strike out 3. He also walked 3. 3-1, popped up, down onto a knee. There goes Stone, makes the grab, sliding into the infield grass. That was kind of an awkward pop-up off the hands of Luis Castillo. Only an exit velocity of 47 miles an hour. The question was Stone going to get there to catch the ball? If not, even if it would have dropped and been on the infield, Castillo probably would have been safe because of just how long it took to get down to the ground. So that's a pop out to the shortstop. 1 down. Here's Joel Roberts. First pitch high and tight. 1-0. Roberts grounded out to Gupta over at third to end the first inning. Cameron, opponents hitting .327 against him. 1-0 pitch, caught the outer part of the plate. It's 1-1 to this right-handed batter, Joel Roberts. Well, if you're a pitcher right now, you want to live up and out of the zone to right-handed bats. That's where Kyle Sisk is giving the calls right now. This is down and in, the exact opposite way of where I just said. 2 balls and a strike. Joel Roberts batting under the Mendoza line coming into the day. Only 188. That ground out not going to help his batting average. 2-1, missed high and tight. 3 balls and a strike. Sheriff's trying to avoid a walk. Dawson had 3 of them plus a hit by pitch. 3-1. Fastball upstairs, ball 4. So Joel Roberts aboard. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Braden Reese hit by a pitch back in the second inning will be due up for the second time in as many frames.
Braden Reese.
Reese the catcher. Nick Rodriguez has been doing pretty well with Reese back there catching for him. Sheriff's coming set at the letters. First pitch just misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Reese was hit up near the shoulder area last time up. Kind of a scary moment, but he was able to shake it off, head over towards first. Sheriff's peeking over his left shoulder. 1-0. This is down and in. Parker able to stop it. 2 balls, no strikes. That's been the thorn for Sheriffs when he's come into ball games, is not being able to throw strikes. Fastball sits around 85, breaking ball 73, as that misses down and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Wow. Sheriffs brings it home, 3-0, backs away Reese. That's ball 4. Couple of walks after a pop out. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Brady McKay. McKay struck out swinging in the second inning. All three of the runs scoring in the second inning for Portland after an error on a single by Cody Niedowitz. First pitch from Cameron, caught the top of the zone, 0-1. So Baraball in line for the L. He came into the day 0-2. Pippins need to tie to get rid of that for him. Breaking ball left the hand too early from Cameron, 1-1 as it misses upstairs. Runners are Roberts out at second, Reese at first. 1-1 strike. Sheriff's looking back to second. Here comes the pitch. This caught the outer black, 1-2. Now Cameron's listening to me, going up and going out that time. That's where Kyle Sisk is given the strikes right now. In and down, not so much. 1-2. Tries a breaking ball way outside. It's 2 strikes. Parker had to venture into the left-hand batter's box just to keep that from bouncing weird on him. Sheriff's working quickly with runners at first and second. They're both jumping around. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's sent high and out towards right center field. Miller, routine. Runner at second tagging. Tyson makes the catch, sends a strong throw in. It's cut off by Stone. Fly out to right for Brady McKay, and there's 2 down for the top of the Portland Pickles order. Masa Chilcutt is 0 for 1 today. He walked in the first inning, came around to score on a couple of stolen bases and a wild pitch. He flew out to Workman in the second. Sheriff's with the glove on his left knee. Now he comes set at the letters. First pitch to Masa Chilcutt is shot through the right side and down for a base hit. Windmills on over at third for Joel Roberts. Here comes the throw from Tyson. It is up the line, but underneath of it goes Joel Roberts. That's an RBI single for Masa Chilcutt. Portland extends the lead to 6-0. Braden Reese moves up to second. Roberts scores for the first time today. Brings up Cody Niedowitz. Niedowitz 1 for 2, single strikeout, scoring a run, stealing a base. Sheriffs looks back to second. The first pitch caught the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Portland continues to have success early in games. 0-1. This just misses outside. 1-1 strike. Last night, Portland 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fifth. And the game was decided by the middle frames. 1-1, breaking ball down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Tonight, still within reach if you're Yakima Valley, but the bats need to wake up. No runs on no hits yet for the Pippins. They've had 3 base runners, all of them free passes or an error. 2-1, fastball stuck at the bottom of the zone, 2-2. And now Cameron a strike away from limiting the damage to just 1. That's something the Pippins have not been able to do the last week or so. 2-2 pitch from Cameron, sent out a play over on the left side. As the sky darkens, it's becoming harder to notice the smoke in the air, but it's definitely still there. Nice part, though, is the weather has cooled off. 2-2, breaking ball backs away. Cody Niedowitz. The count runs full. The runners will get the head start. Out at second is Braden Reese. Over at first is Masa Chilcutt. Sheriffs, the payoff pitch. This is just a touchdown stairs. Ball 4, third walk issued by Cameron. Bases loaded for Portland. And Kai Malt standing in. Well, the Pickles have had the first and second innings end on the seventh man to hit. So maybe Malt will continue the trend here. Malt 1 for 2, a single with 2 RBI, stolen base, a walk, and a strikeout looking. First pitch shot into the screen over in front of the Pippins dugout. 0-1. Yakima Valley over on the first base side. You'd love Portland to strand these 3 runners. Cameron, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. More than an hour into this game. We're an hour 10. Started at 7:17. It's 8:26. Coming on 8:27. 1-1 sent out towards center field. Tommy tracking it a few steps in front of the track. He will make the catch. And the trend continues. The 7th batter of the inning for Portland is out number 3 for a 3rd straight frame, but Portland able to tack on 1 more. It's 1 run on 1 hit. No errors by Yakima Valley. And 3 Portland Pickles left on base. Middle innings are next. Portland leads at 6-0 here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins Baseball.
The partnership with Axel Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Portland Pickles, with their 25 locations for the state-of-the-art facility, the building treating the units with plan. Ensuring a safe road to recovery. You've been involved in a car accident or work-related injury. Visit Accident Care tonight. Can help you. Did you know you could score exclusive discounts with the Pickles Visa card, the Pacific Northwest Federal Credit Union? Plus, it's the only card featuring Dylan the Pickle on the front. Why now? The nwfcu.org/Pickles. Tonight's game is powered by Fast Signs of Happy Valley, your local pros for painters, vehicle wraps, and eye-catching storefront graphics. Swing by Southeast 82nd, let their team premiere the ideas and the bold visuals. Need a sign like yesterday? Fast Signs is more than fast, more than signs. Stop in this week and tell them a lucky section.
Top of the 4th inning. Middle innings are upon us here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Harmon Johnsen with you on this Tuesday night. Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Portland Pickles and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Portland wearing their navy tops, white pants, navy caps. Yakima Valley green, gray, and blue in that same order. Nick Rodriguez, first pitch to Parker Bird, is pounded out towards short. 2 hops to McNeil. Sends the throw across. Coming off the bag, applying the tag, M.D. Connor. I think he held the bag anyway. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. I'll bring up Brennan Aoki. A walk in the first inning to load the bases for Brennan, but he was left over at first base. That's the last time a Pippin was on base. First pitch, right at the top of the strike zone, 0-1. Rodriguez cruising to this point through 3 innings. About to throw pitch number 50. 0-1, skips down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Portland will see how much they want to use the bullpen tonight and tomorrow. You, of course, have the off day on Thursday before the playoffs start here at Walker Stadium Friday night. 1-1, down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Brennan ahead in the count. So Portland will host a Friday night game in the playoffs. And first the 2-1. This is called a strike, 2-2. And as the season stands, depending on who wins in Corvallis, between Corvallis and Ridgeville, I should say, that game is at the Rourke. That'll determine the 2-3 seed. 2-2, Aoki softly over the infield, out towards right. Niedowitz has it hang up for him as he makes the catch running in towards the infield dirt. 2 away here in the 4th. So Corvallis and Ridgefield both 30 and 22. Coming into today, it would have been Ridgefield who would be hosting the Friday night game. Corvallis and Walla Walla would be the two higher seeds. Walla Walla trying to be the number one overall. Max Workman, 2 down, and the first pitch is fouled out of the glove of Reese, 0-1. Corvallis, if they can take down Ridgefield, and if the Marion Berries can take down Walla Walla, the Knights would move into first place. And the playoffs would run through Goss. 0-1, caught the bottom corner, it's 0-2. Pippins quickly down to their final strike here in the fourth inning. 9 straight have been retired by Nick Rodriguez, trying to go 10 for 10 here. The 0-2, wave and a miss, strike 3. Workman strikes out for the second time, and Nick Rodriguez is in control here on a Tuesday night. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on for Yakima Valley. We go quickly to the bottom of the fourth. Portland leads at 6-0 here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins baseball.
And then move on. 3 young bull, no pros. And you have to get really excited in order to get that coupon. Go crazy. Go crazy. Oh, it's got to be section 205, the one on. Yeah, not Rowie. Definitely not Rowie. Huh? Yeah. Row T, section 205. Congratulations, you've got a coupon for a free young bowl, courtesy of our friends at Campaign Owner. Joe's favorite row. Playing favorites. House. Lead off the bottom of the Portland Pickles. And
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. MD Connor leads it off here in the bottom of the fourth. Cameron Sheriff's had to work hard in his first inning of work. That was the bottom of the third. He's got 30 pitches to his name, and the first offering to Connor is lined out towards shallow center and drops in for a hit over the head of Brendan Aoki. Leadoff man aboard here for Portland. MD Connor is 2 for 2 today. This is his third time reaching base. Yesterday, Connor was on base 4 times, 3 hits and a walk. One of the hits was a home run. So Elijah McNeil immediately hitting with a man aboard. He's 1 for 2, an infield single and a flyout for McNeil. First pitch, Sheriff's able to stick one at the bottom corner away from McNeil for a strike, the right-handed bat of Elijah McNeil. Six nothing Portland. You're in the bottom of the fourth. I'm just hoping this game continues the pace it's on. Last night was a long one. 0-1, breaking ball just misses in, 1-1. Last night's game, 3 hours, 35 minutes to complete. 7:18 p.m. to 10:53 p.m. It was a lengthy one. Not as lengthy as some of the ones we've had in the last month or so. As a pickoff throw goes to first, it bounces in front of French. Connor getting dirty over there at first, 1-1. Cameron coming set at his letters. The 1-1 pitch. Lined into left field, down for a base hit. Workman over to it on a couple of bounces. That will keep MD Connor over at second. Back-to-back hits to start the fourth inning for Portland, and this has trouble written all over it with Luis Castillo coming up to the ditch.
yes.
Castillo, the designated hitter today, 0 for 1, a pop out on a weak ball out towards short. He also drew a walk back in the first inning. First pitch from Sheriffs. Caught the top of the zone. 0-1. Castillo from Arkansas Little Rock. Currently in the portal, I believe. 0-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. 1-1. See all sorts of interesting schools when you're out here in the West Coast League. 1-1. This breaking ball lifted softly out towards center field. Lamb going over there, making the catch, shedding his feet, faking a tag from second, and staying put as MD Connor. One away in the bottom of the fourth on the flyout by Luis Castillo. That'll bring up Joel Roberts. Roberts, a walk in the third inning where he came around and scored. He also grounded out in the first inning to third base. Cameron setting at the letters, taking a look to second. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, caught the outside black. It's 0-1. Sheriff's 3 walks, no strikeouts. Would love to see him pick up one here and keep runners at first and second versus maybe second and third. You never know what Portland's going to do. They've been aggressive on the base paths so far tonight. 0-1, fastball down and in. Lackadaisical throw on towards the rubber and a stolen base for MD Connor as Parker Burt and Cameron Sheriffs fell asleep. Connor sized up his opportunity. There's the aggression I was just talking about. So now the Pippins have to put a play on with runners at the corners. Sheriffs didn't even know that Connor was at third until he looked back up from setting his foot on the rubber. 1-1, breaking ball, down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Can't say I've seen that happen much over my career calling baseball games, but that's one of those good timing plays by Portland. 2-1, bouncing ball deep in the hole towards short, past the glove of Stone and into left field. RBI single for Joel Roberts. It's now 7-0 Portland. MD Connor steals that base and comes home to score. Probably would have scored anyway on that single by Roberts had he stayed at second, but just a little bit more salt into the wound here for Yakima Valley as Portland has scored in every inning. Dawson Barabalt gave up 5 runs, only 2 of them earned. Sheriffs has given up 2 runs here so far. He's got 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, breaking ball up at the top of the zone, called a strike. Braden Reese does not have an at-bat tonight, hit by a pitch and a walk. Reese scored in the 2nd inning, walked in the 3rd, and was left at third base. Ground ball up the middle. Stone dives, uses his face to keep it on the infield, flipped to second for 1. Good pick over there by French over at first to keep it at bay. Nice play by Stone, taking the ball off the chops, sending it to Aoki from the ground. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Brandon Stone putting his body on the line to keep the score 7-0 right now.
Now batting.
Score that 6-4. Good job by Stone to not give up on the play as now Brady McKay stands in with runners at the corners and 2 down. First pitch, wave and a miss on a slider outside, 0-1. Tell you what, Brandon Stone's got a special future on the infield. I know he's committed to play as a pitcher at Washington State, but if he can somehow two-way, maybe put a little bit of more muscle on, more than he's already got, he's a pretty well-built kid. 0-1, pitch misses down, 1-1. Stone's got a real good opportunity to make some noise up at Wazoo. 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw goes to first. Back in standing Braden Reese. Runner at third is Elijah McNeil. 1-1. Sheriffs brings it home. Breaking ball downstairs. Cut on and missed by Brady McKay. Pickles down to their final strike here in the 4th. Sheriffs trying to limit the damage to 1. No strikeouts yet for Cameron. Would be a great time for his first. 1-2. Lined, one hop to Stone. He's going to go the short way to second, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back fielders' choices, back-to-back 6-4 putouts at the second base bag. We go to the top of the fifth. Portland gets 1 run on 3 hits. No errors by Yakima Valley. There were 2 men left on base. 4 innings in the books, 7-0 Portland. This Pippins baseball.
Spin till I say go. Count them down. 3, 1, spin. Bat on the ground, Brady. Oh, God. 3 spins. 4 spins. 5 spins. 6 spins, Remy. 7. 7. 7. 7. 8, 9, 10, go. Okay, Nick, you got it. Brady Jeff is not moved yet. Brady! Nick took the long way, and Jeff didn't really get out of the gates there. But hey, max effort, buddy. Let's hear it for Jeff and Brady and Nick. We're having fun.
Top of the 5th inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Harmon Johnsen with you on this Tuesday night. Yakima Valley has had 10 straight set down by Nick Rodriguez, and Rodriguez back out there for his 5th inning of work, only 56 pitches to his name. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks for Rodriguez, those 2 walks both coming in the 1st inning. Workman started this 10 straight set down with a strikeout swinging. He was the last out in the bottom of the 4th, strikeout swinging. Here's Brandon Stone taking a first pitch called strike right over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Stone a ground out in the 2nd, over towards 3rd, 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, middle, 0-2. Pippins bats are just a little perplexed here by Nick Rodriguez tonight. No hits, only 3 base runners to this point, one of them an error, 2 of them walks. The 0-2 from Rodriguez, slowly tapped right behind the hill. McNeil having to charge. McNeil transfers on to first. Flashy play by McNeil, the shortstop. That's now 11 straight set down by Nick Rodriguez. Slowly off the bat, 47 miles an hour. Brandon Stone, 2 groundouts tonight.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Yash Gupta. Gupta flew out to Kai Malt back in the 2nd inning. As his first pitch breaking ball is down and away, 1-0. 11 straight set down. The entire order from Stone to Workman. Workman +1, Stone +1. As now Gupta puts a barrel on this out towards left field. Roberts going back, not going to tumble over the wall this time as he makes it the catch right on the warning track. That's now 12 straight set down by Rodriguez. F7. These short walls out by the poles are very deceptive. You can barrel the beans off of the ball, and 304 feet does not get it out. It was pretty close, but does not get it out. 2 down, Cole French. First pitch taken to the top of the zone for a strike. French grounded out too short back in the 2nd. 0-1, line drive into left field for a base hit. After 12 straight had been retires, Cole French picks up the first base hit for Yakima Valley. Good to see the Pippins finally crack the 0 in the hit column. Back to the top of the order, Tyson Miller. He struck out twice tonight. First pitch, Tyson wears one off the foot. So after 12 straight set down and a single by Cole French, Tyson Miller wears a pitch. He's aboard for the first time. First and second for Yakima Valley. In the first inning, the Pippins got their three base runners, I should say. E6 walk. So now hit by pitch. Maybe the trend going to continue and Yakima Valley going to end up with the bases loaded again, trying to score for the first time. Tommy Lamb digging in. French leads the way at second. First pitch. Tommy takes it just downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Rodriguez 5 strikeouts tonight. 4 of them in the first 3 innings. 1-0. Tommy takes one upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Couple of fastballs here from Rodriguez. Lamb 2 flyouts tonight. 1 to left, 1 to center. Pip's trying to break the 0 in the run column after breaking the 0 in the hit. This is back up the middle. This is going to be backhanded by McKay. He'll take it to the bag himself as it's skirted under the legs of Rodriguez. Tommy reaches on the fielder's choice, but Tyson Miller is out 4 unassisted. No runs, 1 hit, no errors by Portland, and a couple of runners left on base. Halfway home here at Walker Stadium, Portland leads at 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. This is Pippins Baseball.
50-50 raffle proceeds to Unite Oregon. Head up to Amazing Roots. Make sure to get your tickets tonight. Warren Industries hard-working winters pull hard for you with the Portland Pickles. Your line of premium winters for trucks, Jeeps, SUVs, UTVs, and HUVs. They'll get you out of a stuck situation, whether it's the Oregon coast sand, mountain snow, stick and mud. Warren Industries off-road products, the best in the business. Nearly 80 years of off-road know-how. The company offers U.S. food recovery products like leeches, bumpers, four-wheel drive hubs, and more to help you go prepared. Oregon Adventures. For more info, visit Warren.com. Stormbreakers back for another great season of Pickles baseball. You can find the delicious citrusy cherries are IPA, the official beer of the Pickles, all around the park. And this year, they're proud to debut Pickles in the Outfield, a Mexican-style lager that's crisp and refreshing. A portion of the proceeds goes to Beaumont Little League, so get a buzz and help the kiddos.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Yakima Valley and Portland in Game 2 of a 3-game series. 7-0 Pickles. Masa Chilcutt, Cody Niedowitz, and Kai Malt, the 3 due up here against Cameron Sheriffs. Top of the order for Portland. This is their 4th trip through the lineup card. First pitch swinging and popping up over on the right side. Aoki settling under his normal spot. Puts it away head high. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th for Cameron Sheriffs. You'd love to see Cameron work a quick inning, especially after the Pippins able to get their first hit of the night.
Walking to the plate. Cody.
Try to get the offense back out as soon as possible. Cody Niedowitz, 1 for 2 tonight. A single, a strikeout, and a walk for the left-handed batter. Sheriff's trying to get through 3. We'll see if he goes any more. The Pippins do have someone up and moving in their bullpen. First pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Looks like the man that is warming is Jackson Ferris, who we incorrectly here in the press box, more specifically I incorrectly in the press box, thought was in the game for the first 2 innings of the reliever last night as the 1-0 is stroked into right field down for a base hit. Cody Niedowitz with his 2nd hit of the day. When in reality, it was actually the other new arm, Mr. Yeager for Yakima Valley, that was in the game. We got it corrected. The stats are right. Just if you listen to the broadcast last night, there's a stark shift where we go from Ferris to Yeager. But it looks like Ferris is up and warming now. I have the numbers correct on my lineup card. So he'll be making his true debut instead of his fake debut like we thought it was last night. First pitch to Kai Malt, misses downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Portland has scored in every inning, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Last night for Portland, everybody scored a run except for Rodriguez, a pinch hitter who is the pitcher right now, and Brady McKay, who was 2 for 5 but with no runs. Ground ball over towards third. Gupta going to go on to second. Aoki relays it on to first. Double play. Yakima Valley, inning over. The Pippins turn double play number 40 of this summer. That's a positive boost to send us to the top of the 6th inning. No runs for the first time for Portland. 1 hit, no errors, and none left on base. To the 6th we go. Portland leads it 7-0 here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins Baseball.
Good goodness. All right, they're going to race Billy across the field. Count down 3, 2, 1. Brendan. Oh. All right. Oh, yeah. Good start, Brendan. I don't know. They really want it tonight. They are after those coupons. Dylan's had a long season, all right? Let's hear it for Brendan and Dylan. Chicken, that is weird. Weird. Yeah.
Top of the 6th inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Yakima Valley trails 7-0 here on your Tuesday night. Harmon Johnsen with you. Let's listen to the scores from around the West Coast League. Some finals already in today. Marion takes down the Walla Walla Sweets 6-2. The Berries victorious, and so Walla Walla potentially going to be fighting for the 1 seed tomorrow between Corvallis and Ridgefield. We'll see what the result is tonight. Canceled game in Wenatchee, Victoria and Wenatchee. Harbor Cats eliminated. Wenatchee the 1 seed. Kelowna and Port Angeles in the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 Falcons. Port Angeles 11-41 on the season. Not a stellar record for PA. Diego Davis leads it off here in the top of the 6th inning, and Nick Rodriguez misses outside 1-0. Kamloops at Nanaimo. The North Paw is currently leading the playoff-bound Nanaimo Night Owls 5-1, top of the 9th inning. We'll see if Nanaimo can complete a comeback. 1-0. Diego fouls us back to the screen, 1-1. Bottom 7 in Springfield. The Drifters lead at 7-3 over the Bend Elks. The Drifters coming up on possibly their best record overall. I need to check that and get back to you guys. Bellingham hosting Edmonton. The Bells lead at 4-3. The Riverhawks looking for the final wild card spot as 1-1 is bounced foul past Coach Crustangel in the third base coaching box, 1-2. And in Ridgefield, the Knights currently lead at 7-6 over the Raptors. Those two teams tied entering the day. So whoever wins that game will be tied with Walla Walla for first place in the South. 1-2, Diego lines one out towards third and caught by Chilcutt waist high. 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th. Parker Burt due up with 1 down. We started the latest of any of the games tonight, bottom of the 5th, or top of the 6th now, I should say. We're through 5. But we're moving a little bit quicker than last night. That's a positive. First pitch through the glove, upstairs, 1-0 to Parker. So the Marion Berries trying to play spoiler for the Sweets' #1 overall seed. The win goes to Aiden Holker. That game final, it says, in only 5 innings. Bouncing ball out towards short. McNeil on 2 hops. The throw across in time. 6-3 put out for out number 2. So a short game down there in Salem. The game was called off due to the air quality. Okay. Walla Walla takes down, or Marion takes down Walla Walla because of AQI in 5 innings. 0-1 breaking ball downstairs to Brendan Aoki. Called a strike, 0-1. We all help each other out here in the press box. 0-1, wave and a miss by Aoki. It's 0-2. Well, that's nice if you're Walla Walla because you only had 2 pitchers work today. Same thing for Marion, only 1 guy. 0-2 from Rodriguez. Called strike 3 at the knees. 1-2-3 inning. That is the 4th of those pitched tonight by Nick Rodriguez. Picks up his 6th strikeout. Yakima Valley down quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 7-0 Portland here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins Baseball.
Plus some extended hours did rest the back long after the final bit. One part of it seems off, but you know, the Portland Pickles is looking for help families for players. Fun and rewarding way to support the squad. Yes, you could skirt that I've seen this experience. You got to spare a room and it's all hard. Over the second 2 8 getting 2 arcade or just PortlandPickelsBaseball.com. Like host of Pickle to learn more. Make some noise for all of our host families in attendance tonight. Yeah! Great job, everybody. We love them. Cinnamon is proud to be the official cider of the Pickles. Cinnamon ciders made from Oregon-grown apples, all natural, like hay Garen. We never jolt the juice with artificial flavors or chemical adjuncts. Drink better. Drink natural. Drink cinnamon all season long. Okay, this is the most important announcement I'll make all night. Launch of all is in 3 hours. Yeah! Get over to the left field foul pole, 3 outs, and do better than they did at 5-cent beer night. They were trashed and didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, if you don't make it to left field foul pole, you can't just throw them on the field from any old place.
Immediate expulsion.
Yes, you got 1 shot.
Tyler will find you.
Don't blow it.
Bottom of the 6th here in the Rose City, Portland, Oregon. M.D. Connor, Elijah McNeil, Luis Castillo due up after Cameron Sheriffs bases the minimum in the 5th inning.
And
Gave up a 1-out single, but then a 5-4-3 double play got him out of that inning. First pitch to M.D. Connor, high and away, ball 1. So again, just to clarify that Marion score, the Berries 6, Walla Walla 2 in 5 innings. The game called off after that due to air quality. 1-0, misses upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. So a short night down there at Salem. Cole Weber, their broadcaster, I'm sure appreciating that. It's been a long season for everybody. 2-0, that's upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. And I know Cole was excited to come back, and Barry's missing the playoffs this year, but it was good to catch up with him during the first half of the season. We haven't seen each other since Father's Day. 3-0. Right there at the top of the zone, 3-1. That game down in Salem only took an hour and a half because of the air quality. They called it after 5. 3-1. M.D. Connor sends his high out towards left field. Workman looking for it. He has no idea. It falls in shallow left next to the foul line. Workman had no clue where the ball was. That's a double for M.D. Connor. That's 3 hits today in 3 official at-bats, plus a walk.
yes, yeah.
Probably a combination of the twilight time, the smoke in the air, the lights being on. Workman, if he didn't see it off the bat, he never had a chance. And in that case, never had a chance. Here's Elijah McNeil. First pitch sent out of play. 0-1. My mom probably going to text me after all the little S's and T's running into each other. English teacher mom probably not happy with how I'm enunciating tonight. Time called. Looks like we're talking about engagement with the batter and the pitcher. I think they get 1 warning, and then the next time it's an automatic ball or an automatic strike, depending on who had the violation. 0-1. Breaking ball, caught the inner black. It's 0-2. McNeil 2 hits tonight, an RBI single in the 1st inning, single in the 4th, and a fly out in the 2nd. 0-2, nubbed off the end of the bat out towards second. Aoki going to have 1 play. It's to first. French toes the bag and holds on to out number 1. MD Connor moves up to third. Here comes Luis Castillo. Castillo 0 for 2, pop out and a fly out. Threw a walk back in the first inning, but was left stranded. Approaching the late innings tonight. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 9 o'clock here in Portland, Oregon. First pitch, breaking ball drops in on the inner half. 0-1. Sheriff's up to 60 pitches as he tries to work through 4 innings of relief. 0-1, Castillo, high, deep. If it's fair, way gone. 387 feet out to left field. And with the short left field wall, that thing way out of here. I think it went out beyond the trees and out of the ballpark. Castillo crushed it, 99 miles an hour off the bat. And again, 387 feet out to left. So that's now 7 home runs for Castillo this summer. That's more than he had all of last year.
Now batting. Go.
Did not miss a middle hanging breaking ball from Sheriffs. They knew it too. First pitch on the ground by Joel Roberts and into left field. Sheriffs doesn't get any relief. Gets the ground ball, but it sneaks through for a hit, already the 3rd hit in the inning. Joel Roberts aboard for the 3rd time, his 2nd knock of the day. Here comes Ethan Salscheider. Salsa going to go out and have a chat with Sheriffs. Cameron had been coming off of the high of the double play to get only 3 batters faced in the 5th inning, and then double ground out 2-run bomb, followed up by a single.
Grandmother. She's not a great grandmother. She's a real.
Kyle Sisk going out to break up the visit is probably just kind of a calm down type visit. Sheriffs up to 62, maybe 63 pitches tonight. So we'll see if he is able to continue here in the 6th.
They come every old pickle money. There. Yeah.
Meeting breaks up out on the hill.
Fortune.
11 hits for Portland tonight. Yakima Valley with only 1. First pitch after the visit to Braden Reese makes the count 1-0. Reese 0 for 1 today. Reached on a fielder's choice. He's been on all 3 times. Hit by a pitch and a walk. 1-0. Breaking ball brushes him back. 2-0. Cameron looking for a double play ball here with Joel Roberts over at first. 2-0. Fastball downstairs. 3-0. Jackson Ferris was warming for Yakima Valley at one point. I don't see anybody throwing right now for the Pippins. Oh, there's somebody peeking through the picnic table crowd. 3-0 from Cameron. Automatic take and a strike right at the knees. 3-1. Might be Ferris again warming up. Pippins likely to use him tonight and then go to some of the guys that have been here tomorrow for the season finale, I should say. 3-1. That caught the inside black. It's now 3-2.
Safety concern. Please help us out.
Pippins had Zach Yeager work last night. Ferris, the other new arm, likely to work tonight. Payoff pitch. Nubbed on the ground out towards short. Aoki flips onto Stone for 1. Relay to first. Back-to-back inning-ending double plays for Yakima Valley. The 5th went 5-4-3. The 6th goes 4-6-3. Portland scores 2 runs on a big blast by Luis Castillo, 3 hits in total, no errors, and nobody left on base. Late innings up next, 9-0 Portland here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins Baseball.
Three, two, one. Oh, we doesn't count. It's wasn't close anyway. Hey, that's how you play. Like, blind. Come on. Pitcher on the mound for your Portland Pickles, and we always get loud. Pitchers here at Walker Stadium, number 73, man. No. Also, make some noise for your starting.
Top of the 7th inning here at Walker Stadium. Nick Rodriguez's evening is done. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 6 strikeouts, and a couple of walks for Nick Rodriguez. He's in line for the win after throwing 77 pitches, and Jim Hoppel counters by bringing in a left-handed arm. This is Max Green making his debut for Portland. No stats for him. Green from Sandy, Oregon, as he faces Workman, Stone, and Gupta here in the top half of the 7th. Southpaw's first offering is 89 miles an hour, well outside with a fastball, 1-0. Workman, a pair of strikeouts tonight, both of them swinging. What a night for Nick Rodriguez. Probably had more in the tank, but Jim Hoppel shutting him down. He'll have a couple days off before the Pickles start their playoff run. Another 89-mile-an-hour fastball. This one misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Green set at the mid-chest, and he fires another fastball high and away. 3 balls, no strike. Took a couple miles an hour off of it, but could not get the strike. So it's 3-0. 9-0 lead. May as well take advantage on the new guy coming in. 3-0. Outside, ball 4. So decent velocity for Green, but a 4-pitch walk to lead off the top half of the 7th as the Pippins try to break the 0 in their run column. Pippins left the bases loaded in the 1st. They left 2 men on in the 5th. And those are all the base runners. Brandon Stone, 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. 1 to third, 1 to short. This pitch misses upstairs, 1 ball, no strike. So that's 5 straight that have missed. Max Green having some trouble with the strike zone here to start his Portland Pickles season. 1-0 upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. He's had pitches at 88, 87, 89. None of them have been strikes yet, though. Green coming set at the letters, looking over towards first. The southpaw brings home the 2-0. High and away, ball 3. That one touched 90. Still no strikes yet. Left arm hanging down by the side of Green. Now he brings his hands together, set at the letters. 3-0, automatic take, and it's ball 4 to Brandon Stone. 8 straight pitches have missed here for Max Green. That'll send out Braden Reese to have a chat, as well as MD Connor with the new southpaw for Portland. Another chance to catch up with the rest of the league here. Top of the 8th in Port Angeles. Kelowna leads it 2-0. Bottom of the 9th in Nanaimo. Night Owls trying to rally. It's 5-1. Kamloops leads it. Top 9 in Springfield. Drifters all but wrapping up a win over the Elks, 7-3. Top 9 in Bellingham. Bells, narrow margin, 4-3 over Edmonton. Riverhawks trying to make it in. Bottom 7 in Ridgefield. Corvallis, 7. Ridgefield, 6. After the visit breaks up, it's runners at first and second. Nobody out for Yakima Valley trying to score for the first time tonight. Yash Gupta, 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. First pitch, breaking ball down and in. Runners with a late break. Throw's going to go to third. Workman is safe. Able to slide under the tag. This looks like potentially a pass ball. Reese unable to keep it close. Pippins have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Now a fly ball from Gupta can potentially get the first run on the board. 1-0, high and away. This to the backstop, but a very shallow backstop. And so Workman will stay put. 2 balls and no strikes. That's 10 straight pitches that have missed from Max Green, yet to throw a strike as a Portland Pickle. Gupta at this point should probably just put the bat down by his side and wait for a strike to come in. Green coming set at the letters. 2-0 from Green. Down and in across the shoot tops. This one skips almost to the backstop. That's now 11 straight pitches that have missed. Jim Hopple probably thinking he can get a couple of cheap outs here with the Pickles leading 9-0. But Green trying to help Yakima Valley get back into this game. 3 balls, no strikes. Gupta likely taking. 3-0. That one drops in. And on the 12th pitch of Max Green's Portland Pickle career, he gets a strike. 3-1. 9-0 the score. Pippins 2 in scoring position, nobody down. The 3-1 pitch. Gupta puts a swing on this out towards deep left center field. Probably deep enough to score Workman. Catch made by Roberts out and left. Throw going to go into third. Pippins have scored their first run of the ball game. It's an 8-run contest on the sacrifice fly by Yash Gupta. Workman tagging, coming home. Throwing into third, so Stone had to stay put. Here comes Cole French. Stone still in scoring position. French 1 for 2 has the only hit for Yakima Valley to this point, as the first pitch misses high, ball 1. Couple of strikes to only 11 to 12 balls here for Max Green. 1-0 on the ground out toward short. Stone running on contact. McNeil bobbles it, and that's his second error of the night. Never got a throw off. Cole French reaches for the second time. Stone running in front of him might have confused him just a little bit. Pippins have runners at the corners, 1 down for the top of the order, Tyson Miller. So the Pippins 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for them. Portland 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors committed. Both of them by McNeil out there at short. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and away to Tyson. 1 ball, no strikes. Tyson struck out twice before he was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Green looking over to first. The 1-0 sent foul past Coach Crustangel in the third base coaching box. Ricochets off the dugout, moves back onto the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Green. This one caught the outer black. 1-2. So the Pippins have broken the seal. Now they try to climb in and make the comeback. 1-2 strikes. Tyson looking for some green grass. Max Green sends it in. 1-2. Rolled over to the bag. Foul. Kyle Sisk immediately calls this thing foul. The Pickles are running off the field. Kyle Sisk says foul ball. Kyle Sisk had that foul from the get-go. Jim Hopple standing out of the dugout. M.D. Connor fielded it with his foot on the bag. Would have been an out. Kyle Sisk going over to have a chat with Jim Hopple. Hop doesn't look too concerned. It was called a foul ball right away. The Pickles just played the ball out. 1-2 strikes. Borderline call. Kyle Sisk, the only man in the vicinity to make it from behind home plate. So we reset. 1-2 strikes. This is outside. 2-2 strikes. That saves Yakima Valley from a double play turn by Portland. Would have been their 55th of the summer. Pippins have turned 2 twin killings tonight. They have 41 now. 2-2 from Green. Wave and a miss. Tyson got greedy on the outer half of the plate. That's his third time striking out tonight, and that's the first strikeout for Max Green. 2 down for Tommy. Runners at the corners. You've got Stone at third, French at first. Left-handed arm Max Green trying to get through these next 3 Pippins after allowing the first run of the game. First pitch way upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. I don't know how much longer Green will work tonight, whether he'll come out for the 8th or not, but his ball-to-strike ratio is not going to look pretty after this outing. 1-0, downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. And most of his misses have not been close. They haven't been borderline calls that Kyle Sisk has had to make his mind up on. They've been way high, way low, way out, way down, and in. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners. The pitch, high and away. The throw goes down to first. M.D. Connor wasn't ready. He was looking at his catcher, Reese, like, why'd you throw that to me? That could have cost us a run. He's shaking his head over there at first saying, man, don't take unnecessary risks. We're up by 8. 3 balls and no strikes. Tommy Lamb trying to draw a walk to load the bases. Here comes the pitch from Green. It is in there on the inside black, 3-1. We have not seen much movement by French over at first either with the left-hander throwing. 3-1 pitch from Green. That one caught the top of the zone, and now the count runs full. Now French will be allowed to take off. Full count, 2 outs. French will be off with the pitch. We'll see how aggressive Stone gets over at third. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Max Green to Tommy Lamb. The payoff. Foul back.
Fletcher's down there. Don't show it.
3 balls and 2 strikes still. Tommy last night, 2 for 4. Trying to come up with a big hit here. Payoff. Wave and a miss. Went downstairs, did Max Green. Is able to induce a swing and a miss from Tommy Lamb. Yakima Valley scores for the first time. It's 1 run on no hits. 1 error by the Portland Pickles and 2 men left on base. Enjoy the stretch. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th here at Walker Stadium. 9-1 Pickles.
Hey. Down. Cat. Let's go back. For the Pickles.
Connie, a happy birthday. A little early, but well, just outside of pickle season. So happy birthday, Connie. Thanks for being here. Come here, boy. We love you, Pickle Nation. We do. Thank you for being here. Keep it Portland weird. It'll do. I like it. Your picture, James Ferris.
Bottom of the seventh inning. Stretch come and gone here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Here is Jackson Ferris. Last night we thought he came in. I had the numbers mixed up. It was actually Zach Yeager that pitched last night. So Ferris in the game today. 6'4", 205 from Clackamas High School. Making his debut for Yakima Valley. Sheriffs goes 4 innings, and all things considered, I think he did pretty well. 68 pitches for him as the first pitch from Ferris is in there for strike number 1. So Yeager pitched yesterday, one of 2 new arms for Yakima Valley. Ferris in the game today. 0-1. This is popped straight up, but behind the netting, and it'll go foul 0-2. I should have known that it wasn't Ferris yesterday because Ferris is 6'4". And Yeager, a little bit shorter. I believe he's under 6 foot, probably 6 or 5'10". So I should have known that as soon as he came in that it wasn't Ferris yesterday. Breaking ball fouled by McKay. This is 9-1-2 for Portland here in the bottom half of the 7th. Good news is Salsa texted me after Ferris had heard that he was supposedly in the game. And we got it corrected up here to put Yeager in the game and get all the stats right. So apologies to Yeager for most of the strikeouts are actually, I'm saying it's Ferris. 0-2, fastball outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But we do know now that this is indeed Jackson Ferris. Not to be confused for the left-handed minor league pitcher who's in the Dodgers organization who spells his last name like Ferris wheel. Jackson Ferris for us goes F-A-R-I-S. 1-2, breaking ball, cut on and missed, dropped by Burt. Throw goes down to first. French digs it out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. First strikeout for Jackson Ferris. That'll go back to the top of the order for Masa Chilcutt. Chilcutt beginning the 5th trip through for Portland.
Awesome.
Chilcutt 1 for 3. Single fly out, pop out, and a walk. He scored 1 of the 9 runs for Portland tonight. Ferris works from the stretch even with nobody on, and the first pitch is 83 miles an hour, cut on and missed. 0-1. Jackson Ferris heading to Yakima Valley College. Fastball registers 86 to 87. The breaking stuff has pretty good spin. 0-1. Rides inside, hits Masa Chilcutt. Second time that a Portland Pickle has been hit tonight. That one was a little bit less scary than the one that Braden Reese was hit on in the second. Ferris dealing with his first little bit of trouble here as Masa Chilcutt reaches for the third time today. Brings up Cody Niedowitz. Niedowitz, 2 singles, a walk, and a strikeout tonight. Pickles have really had their way with Pippins pitching. 17 hits, 19 runs last night. 12 hits, 9 runs tonight. First pitch, this one inside to the left-hander, Niedowitz. And Ferris pounds his fist into his glove, disappointed that he's hit back-to-back batters. He looked good in that first at-bat to Brady McKay, and now a couple of pitches with lesser control. That'll bring up Kyle Malt. Maybe Ferris is just setting up Yakima Valley's defense for a third double play tonight. Pippins turned 1 to end the 5th, 1 to end the 6th. Ferris, glove clutched against his chest. First pitch lined into center field, down for a base hit. Chilcutt getting the stop sign over at third. Big turnaround second. The throw goes into third. Chilcutt asking his third base coach, "Why'd you give me the stop sign? I would have scored easily with 1 out." Bases are loaded here for M.D. Connor. Chilcutt probably a little bit disappointed he wasn't sent on that. Bases loaded for Portland here in the bottom of the 7th inning. M.D. Connor, 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles, a double, a walk, 3 runs scored. This is after last night when he went 3 for 4 with a 3-run blast and 6 RBI. First pitch, high and away. 1 ball, no strikes to M.D. Connor.
The winner is green. The ticket is green.
9-1 the score. Portland threatening to add on. Bases loaded here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pippins got their first run in the top half of the frame. Ferris is 1-0. High and away.
Numbers. Ticket card.
2 balls, no strikes.
3-4-3. A little party deck immediately. You click.
Two-0 pitch with the bases loaded. High, ball 3. Final line on Cameron Sheriff's, by the way. 4 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. 3 walks, no strikeouts, and 69 pitches. Bases loaded, nowhere to put M.D. Connor. Ferris, 1 out in the inning, the 3-0 pitch. Downstairs, this squirts between the legs, but it's ball 4. So everybody will move up 90 feet. RBI for M.D. Connor. The bases loaded walk. Connor's perfect night continues, too. He's 3 for 3 with 2 walks now. Portland's got double-digit runs for the second straight night against Yakima Valley, and it's 10-1 as Ethan Salscheider heads out to the hill to have a chat with Ferris. One more look at the scoreboard around the West Coast League tonight as we're in the penultimate day of 2026's regular season. Top 9 in Port Angeles. Kelowna leads at 2-0 over the Lefties. That game might be final. They might have just forgotten to finalize it. Final in the Nanaimo, Kamloops takes down the Night Owls 5-1. Final in Springfield, 7-3 Drifters over the Elks. Final in Bellingham, the Bells take down Edmonton 4-3. The Riverhawks on the verge of potential elimination. Now, Nanaimo losing tonight actually helps them because it keeps them 1 game back. Kelowna winning, though, tonight means that there's a tie for 3rd place with Edmonton on the outside looking in. Top of the 8th in Ridgefield, 7-7 Knights and Raptors. That's an interesting score going down to the wire. First pitch after the visit is a called strike to Elijah McNeil. McNeil, 2 for 4 today. Single fly out, single ground out. A 1 from Ferris. Lined out towards left. Workman started back. Now he comes in, laying out, dives, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Cody Niedowitz. He will score. It's a sacrifice fly. 11-1 Portland. Good adjustment by Workman to make sure he got the out. Niedowitz comes home to score.
Now batting.
Malt stays placed at second. MD Connor stays at first. Now here's Luis Castillo. Last time Castillo was up, the ball left the yard and had a one-way trip over towards Japan. First pitch from Ferris. High and away. 1 ball, no strikes. The baseball traveled 387 feet out to left field, which this ballpark is extremely deep. 1-0 from Ferris. All the way to the backstop. Moving up to second and third with no throw is Malton Connor. Wild pitch from Ferris. Two in scoring position here for Castillo. 2 out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pippins in the 8th have Davis, Burt, and Aoki. Two innings left to play after we're done here in the 7th. 2-0, corked into left field, down the line for a hit. Coming home to score, Kai Malt. Right behind him, MD Connor. Trying for second is Luis Castillo. He'll be there without a throw. 2 RBI double for Luis Castillo. He's got 4 ribbies on the evening. There's Joel Roberts. 13-1 Portland. Yakima Valley did end up scoring 6 runs last night, 5 of them in the last 3 innings. But Portland had 19 runs on the boards. Roberts is the 8th man to hit here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Ferris looking back to second. Castillo the only man aboard now as a big looping breaking ball drops in for strike 1. Haven't seen that kind of break from Ferris yet. That was a nice pitch. Started high and then just died right over the plate in there for a strike. Looking back to second, Ferris. 0-1. Wave and a miss, top of the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Ferris looking for his second strikeout as a Pippin. Will spend quite a bit of time in Yakima over the next calendar year pitching for the Yaks. No balls and 2 strikes. 13-1 score. 0-2 from Ferris. Breaking ball, way inside. Castillo not going anywhere as the ball squirts away from Parker. 1-2. That was another slow breaking ball from Jackson Ferris. Stands with his chest square to the plate. Now he steps off. He's going to use a disengagement here. Looks in square with the plate, and that's his second step off. I think Parker's going to go have a chat. Umpires trying to figure out what to do here. Yeah, they're going to move the runner from second to third. That's an automatic balk, I believe. Yeah, that second step off. Parker and Jackson couldn't agree on what to throw. The college rule different from the pro rule in terms of step-offs. You only get 1 without a throw. Second time, it's an automatic balk. That's because you can pick off still as many times as you want as long as you have a legitimate attempt. Hopefully this pitch is dialed up to perfection after using the balk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Upstairs, ball 2. Joel Roberts, 2 hits, a walk, and a ground out tonight. This game's starting to slow down just a little bit. It had been cruising. We're 2 hours, 20 minutes in. 4 runs scored in this inning, the biggest explosion for Portland. 2-2 sent high out towards shallow center field. Tommy was playing back. He's charging in, still charging. Settles, makes the catch. Tommy Lamb ran a lot of distance, but he makes out number 3. Portland, 4 runs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning on only 2 hits. No errors by Yakima Valley, and 1 man left on base. To the top of the 8th we go. 13-1 Portland. This Pippins baseball from Walker Stadium.
On that construction, Southeast River. Southeast Starter online. This is Plywood Inc. Doc Kaufman. Let's do 2 games to bleed without signing the created by Straightaway Cocktails, proud partner of Pickles. Since signature reaches the perfect way, you would join the man Walker Stadium, grabbing a pickle feeding and sit back. You cheer on the pickle. Shotgun.
I'm stopping. I'm scared. Fires and trees. I think my dad. I didn't say.
Top of the 8th inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. The Pickles make some defensive substitutions. Grafton Stroop into the game at third. Cody Niedowitz moves from right field to center field, and Masa Chilcutt, who is playing third, comes in and plays right field. That means that Kai Malt is out of the ball game. And a new pitcher added on to that is Jacob Bellamy from the University of Portland. On the season, 19 1/3 innings, 13 games, 2 saves. He's 0-1. 22 strikeouts, 23 walks, a 6.52 ERA, and opponents hitting 194 against Jacob Bellamy. The last time out for Bellamy was the first of the month against Walla Walla. He earned the save going a third of an inning, giving up 1 hit and 1 walk, but no runs. And so Coach Hop trying to get him some work before the postseason starts. He faces off against Diego Davis first off, and the first offering at 90 miles an hour is high and away for ball 1. Davis, Burt, Aoki due up here in the 8th. Pippins trail 13-1. Grafton Stroop's spot is due up 5th in the 8th inning. We'll see if he hits in the 8th or if he even gets an at-bat at all. 1-0 misses downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. The way the score holds, if Yakima Valley can get a quick bottom half of the 8th, then the Pickles will not come up to hit again, leading it by 12. 2-0 from Bellamy. That's 2-seam fastball, cuts back across the outer black, 2-1. 3 straight from Bellamy at 90 miles an hour. Certainly has some heat in the right arm. Davis 0 for 3 today, reached on an error, was stranded at third in the first inning. Struck out and lined out since. 2-1, went fishing for a downstairs fastball, 2-2. It's been a very sluggish night for Yakima Valley's offense. They've left 7 men on the base pads. They only have 1 hit. 2-2 upstairs, ball 3. Pippins have drawn 4 walks tonight. Burt, Aoki, Workman, and Stone all with a walk. Hit by pitch as well as Tyson Miller, a sacrifice fly from Yash Gupta. That's the extent of Yakima Valley's offense other than the Cole French single. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 upstairs at 91 from Bellamy. Diego Davis draws the leadoff walk here in the top half of the 8th inning. Here comes Parker, 0 for 2, drawing a walk in the 1st inning. Talked to Parker last night about the last couple days of the season. Said just got to try to enjoy every last minute. Once we get off the bus Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, that's it. First pitch, Parker takes upstairs, another fastball. Bellamy's done nothing but heaters yet, but he missed ball 1. Not exactly how you want to start, especially from your closer, but there is the old adage in baseball that closers usually don't do well in non-save situations. 1-0, this misses, or no, called a strike. What am I thinking? 1 ball and 1 strike. This was right over the heart of the plate. Bellamy coming set at the belt line. Now dips his hands below the belt. 1-1. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pippins hoping to get back to the hotel a little bit earlier tonight. End time was 10:53 last night. Didn't get back to the hotel in City Center until about 11:30. 2-1. Shot down the right field line. This is foul. Heads up. Bounces off the berm. Makes it now 2-2. Parker stung that 91 off the bat, just a little bit late. So the count even, 2-2 to Parker. 13-1 the score. Bellamy sends home the 2-2. Breaking ball on the ground, over on the right side. Bouncing ball, gloved by McKay. Throw on the run. Out number 1. McKay had to cover a lot of distance over there, deep in the hole between first and second. But his momentum going towards first means he's able to retire Parker Burt. Diego Davis does move up to second base, 1 down here in the top half of the 8th. Brennan Aoki 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout and a walk. First pitch downstairs, fastball from Bellamy, 1-0. We'll see if Bellamy works the top half of the 9th as well. Probably depends on how long this top half of the 8th goes. He is your closer. You trust him with a lot of things. 1-0, breaking ball upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. But also a 12-run lead. You don't want to use too many of your valuable arms, but you don't want to let them sit for too long either. Pickles have tomorrow's game, and then Thursday will be off, and then they'll host either Walla Walla, Corvallis, or Ridgefield here on Friday. 2-0, taken for a strike right over at the top of the zone, 2-1. Somewhat lively crowd still underneath us here in the press box. Everybody else kind of mellowed out. 2-1, late swing and a miss, 90 miles an hour from Bellamy. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brennan Aoki. Seen only a couple of breaking balls here from Jacob Bellamy. Washington State native pitching down here in Portland. 2-2, high and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Max Workman waiting on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Brendan Aoki down on strikes for the second time tonight. Mike checks saying that was the 38th full count of the night. If that's true, that's ridiculous. Here's Max Workman, 0 for 2. Strikeout, walk. He has scored the Pippins' only run of the night. Man at second is Diego Davis. First pitch fouled out of the glove of Reese, and it's 0-1. Portland in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Reese, McKay, and then Chilcutt. 8, 9, and 1 due up for Portland. We get to the bottom half of the inning. 0-1 from Bellamy. Breaking ball stays upstairs. 1-1. One pitch from Bellamy. High and tight, buzzes the tower to Max Workman. 2 balls and a strike. It's turned out to be kind of a nice night, despite the smoke in the air. 81 degrees. Wind blowing at around 6 miles an hour. So you take away the smoke and it's nearly perfect here. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. 2 down. Diego Davis stands at second. 2-1 pitch. Fouled. That got a big piece of the catcher, Reese. Was that the ball or the bat that got Reese? Looks like the ball. Coaching staff out there checking on Reese. Kyle Sisk delivering the ball out to the hill to give Reese a chance to catch his breath. Remember, Reese was hit up near the head and neck area when he was up to bat for the first time. Reese taking a look at his face mask, checking to see if there's a dent. There might be one. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Diego Davis standing out at second. Here's the 2-2 from Bellamy. High and tight. 91 miles an hour from Bellamy, the closer. Portland letting their high leverage arm work here. Payoff pitch, runner at second. Bellamy brings his hands up. Here it comes. Stroked into left field. That's down for a hit. Diego holds up at third. Max Workman on base twice today. That came off the bat at only 68 miles an hour. It was in tight to the right-handed bat. Kind of jammed Max, but he was able to get it fair and down the line for a single. I'll bring up Brandon Stone. Kind of that same old adage that closers don't do well in non-save situations. Bellamy hasn't given up a run yet, but a couple of base runners is maybe more than you'd want in a save situation. This first pitch bounces away. This goes all the way away from the catcher, Reese. Not far enough away to score Davis, but enough to advance Max Workman onto second. So it's 1 ball and no strikes. Brandon Stone 0 for 2 today. Ground out, walk. Bellamy brings home the 1-0. Check swing on the ground over towards third. First chance for Stroop, newly to the game, makes his play and passes his first test. 5-3 ground out, retires the top half of the 8th inning. The Pippins do not score. They get 1 hit, their second of the game. No errors by Portland, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Walker Stadium. 13-1 Pickles. This is Pippins baseball.
Standing is optional. Now, what's this song about, Jeremiah?
Well,
Which one? Why do we sing it? Yeah, we sing it because Charles B. Walker, who the stadium's named after, had a granddaughter named Caroline. The song is about Caroline Kennedy. Oh. It's on the cover of a magazine, and creepy old Neil Diamond saw her. I think a song about this kid on a horse. That's scared. Reach out. Touching me. Touching. Dan Fred on the other team.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Portland Pickles as Dan Bradley is into the game. Dan pitching in his 11th game, 13 1/3 innings. He's got a 6.75 ERA. Opponents hitting 167 against Bradley from Western Oklahoma State. Braden Reese digs in, and the first pitch from the lanky right-hander is upstairs, ball 1. Final line on Ferris, 1 inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, all them earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So Bradley coming in here in a blowout game, 13-1, looking for 3 outs, and then the Pippins offense will have 8-9-1 due up in the top of the 9th. 1-0, up even farther, 2 balls, no strikes. That's been Dan's big issue on the season, 17 walks, 13 strikeouts. Ten earned runs for Dan. Did have back-to-back outings earlier on this summer as that pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Couple of games against Walla Walla, the 12th and the 22nd of July, he only gave up 2 earned runs, but he gave up 7 runs total. Defense hasn't been too helpful for Dan. 2-1, let go of this fastball a little bit too early. He's shaking out his right arm. 3 balls and a strike. He's going to dig back in up there on the hill and try to recenter. That's not usually an encouraging sign when a pitcher shakes out his pitching arm after throwing a wild pitch. 3-1, high, ball 4. Braden Reese draws a leadoff walk. I'm a little surprised Salsa didn't go out and check on Dan after that throw that got away. Dan going to readjust his jersey here as Brady McKay digs in. Can't see too much of the crowd here from the booth up here at Walker Stadium, but still quite a few on hand. First pitch, called a strike, 0-1. Kyle Siska stopped pausing and then pointing. He's just down in his crouch, pointing up to the sky and verbaling strike 1. Haven't seen Kyle do that at all this summer. He's usually pretty deliberate on his strike calls as the 0-1 buzzes the tower, 1-1. Dan not quite finishing his pitches every time. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Waving a miss inside fastball, 1-2. Dan listed at 6'7" on the roster from Keller, Texas. Been talking with him. Western Oklahoma State was where he called home, but he's in talks with multiple NAIA baseball schools to try to move up the ladder. 1-2, breaking ball, sawed off foul. Count still 1-2 strikes, and I think Dan wants to be a little bit closer to home. He and I were talking about the location of Western Oklahoma State, and I was like, so who do you play? Do you play Texas teams? Do you play Kansas teams? He said, no, it's Oklahoma and part of Arkansas. And him being in the western part of the conference, those Arkansas teams are quite a ways away. Bradley set at the belt. 1-2 pitch. Fastball down and away. 2-2 strikes. Of course, Texas is huge. Probably the amount of distance you drive from Western Oklahoma State to one of the Arkansas teams in their conference is probably still within the state of Texas if you drove the same distance. 2-2, high and tight again. 3-2 strikes. Bradley, the third man used out of the bullpen in relief of Dawson Barabalt, who went 2 innings, giving up 4 hits and 5 runs. Out full, man over at first, nobody out. Bradley sets at the belt. Payoff. High, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the bottom half of the 8th inning for Yakima Valley's Arms. Back to the top of the order, Masa Chilcutt. Chilcutt, a single in the 3rd inning, 2 runs scored on a walk and a hit by pitch. He's also flown out and popped out. Bradley looking out towards second. First pitch to Masa Chilcutt. That's a strike. Up and in, but given to Dan Bradley from Kyle Sisk. It's 0-1. Right. 13-1 the score here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trying to get out of here before the 3-hour mark in this game. 0-1, down and away. 1-1 strike. We started at 7:17. We're 2 minutes from 10 o'clock here in Portland. First and second, nobody out. Bradley sends home the 1-1. It's high and tight. 2 balls and a strike. Yakima Valley certainly doesn't want to have to use another arm tonight. Tomorrow, you've got Nathaniel Carano as the projected starter, and then out of the bullpen, probably Oliver Wilday, probably Hound Tanaka, maybe John Witt one final time this summer. 2-1. That's a strike. 2-2, according to Kyle Sisk. Kyle probably trying to get back to the hotel. Masa Chilcutt, none too satisfied on that strike call, even in a 12-run game. Bradley looking for the first out here of the 8th inning. Long look to second. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Chilcutt, big words for Sisk. Barking back and forth. A point? Is he gone? I didn't see an ejection symbol. Henry DeJesus trying to come in and help police this as Jim Hopple now over there chatting with Kyle Sisk. Those are ones tomorrow on the report. Sisk might say, maybe that was a ball, but some tempers flaring over here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Dan gets the strikeout. Runner still at first and second. Now the discussion continuing here between Hop and Kyle Sisk. Again, I didn't see an over-the-head finger toss, so I don't know if Chilcutt is gone, but it really looked like Sisk and Chilcutt were about to go face-to-face and have a pretty long argument. I can't repeat one of the words that I heard Masa say towards Kyle Sisk. Usually those words end up in an immediate ejection. So Cody Niedowitz will come up to hit here as Jim Hopple tries to calm down both his batter and the home plate umpire. Niedowitz today, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. First pitch, drilled out towards right, but Miller will be there. Tagging at second is Braden Reese. Portland does not advance the runners. Fly out to right. First pitch from Niedowitz, and now Grafton Stroop will pinch hit. Stroop digging into the left-hand batter's box. No batting gloves for Stroop, at least not on the backhand. Looks like none on the front hand either. Stroop came in the 8th inning defensively. First pitch swinging, and he'll line one down into right field for a base hit. Windmill on for Reese over at third. Stroop trying to go for second. He will have it. RBI double for Grafton Stroop, first swing off the bench. Portland extends the lead to 14-1. Brady McKay moves up to third. Here comes M.D. Connor.
Down batting. And B. Connor.
A lot of first pitch swings here against Bradley, who walked the first 2 men he saw. First pitch breaking ball. It's fouled out of play over on the left side. 0-1. Connor calling time, needing help with some equipment. He wants more sticky stuff to put on his bat. He's going to grab the pine tar stick and rub it up. 0-1. He must have felt loose on that swing. Dan trying to work out of a couple of walks. The second of the 2 standing at third base, Brady McKay. 0-1 pitch from Bradley. Fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Connor today, 3 for 3, 2 walks. Single, double, and a couple of walks to bookend it. 1-1, big wave and a miss. Breaking ball downstairs, 1-2. Bradley looking for a second strikeout tonight and a chance to send the Pippins offense up one more time. Bradley set at the belt, looking at the runners in scoring position. The 1-2 pitch is sent high out towards the middle of the diamond, right behind shortstop. Stone makes the catch, and this ball popped out to end the inning. Portland gets 1 more run to tack onto their lead. 14-1 is the score. They get that 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the 9th. Yakima Valley has 8, 9, and 1. When we come back, this is Pippins Baseball. Top half of the ninth inning here at Walker Stadium. New pitcher into the game is Braden Reese, the catcher, who's been behind the dish the entire time. The corresponding move is that Mr. Ryan McGroarty will come in and catch for Braden Reese, making his pitching debut, it appears, for the Portland Pickles. He only has hitting stats. Yash Gupta, Cole French, and Tyson Miller, 8, 9, and 1 in Yakima Valley's order, as Reese fires the first pitch upstairs, 1-0. So Bellamy ends his night, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, as the 2-1-0 misses Heinaway, 2-0. No walks, 1 strikeout for Bellamy, and so Reese moves into the game as the pitcher instead of the catcher. That means Luis Castillo's night is done if Portland somehow comes up to bat again. 2-0, fouled back, it's 2-1. That spot will be filled by Tyson McGroarty. Jim Hopple getting rid of his designated hitter. Hopes he doesn't have to use it the rest of the night tonight. It's a 14-1 game. Gupta 0 for 2. As this pitch misses high, 3 balls and a strike. Gupta had the fly out in the 7th inning, or sacrifice fly, I should say, that plated Yakima Valley's only run. 3-1, fastball upstairs, gets past the new catcher McGroarty. It's ball 4 to Yash Gupta. I'll bring up Cole French. He's reached twice today. Hudson Freeze has grabbed a bat in the on-deck circle. He will pinch hit for Tyson Miller when his spot comes up. But first, it's the first baseman, French. Reached on a single, reached on an error. First pitch called a strike right at the top of the zone from Kyle Sisk. 0-1. You don't normally see catchers who have been catching move into the pitcher's mound. 0-1, strike at the top of the zone, 0-2. That's a similar spot to the one Chilcutt was upset with. Kyle Sisk has expanded the zone here to try to get this game over with. Trying to be under 3 hours tonight. 0-2, misses outside. Count 1-2. We started at 7:17. It's 10:09. Got a few minutes to play with here. Pippins trying to score and get over 3 hours. They would need quite a bit of time on offense to try to come back in this one. 14-1. The 1-2 foul out of play off behind us. 1-2. Everybody else is final tonight in the WCL except for that game in Ridgefield. It's a close contest. Bottom of the ninth, 8-8. 1-2, high and tight, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a score we really should pay attention to, especially if you're a Pickles fan, because whoever wins that game moves into a tie for first place in the number 1 overall seed. 2-2 on the ground over to third. Back pick by Stroop. He drops the ball behind the plate. That's a single for Cole French, a 2-hit night. Grafton Stroop keeps it from being extra bases, though, by knocking the ball down on the infield. That makes it 2 aboard, nobody out for Tyson Miller. Scratch that, Hudson Freeze. I already said that Hudson Freeze was coming in. I don't know why I forgot to write that down. Tyson ends his night 0 for 3. First pitch, wave and a miss. Huddy down 0-1. Freeze got on base once in the Corvallis series, drew a walk in the top half of the 9th inning. 0-1. Cracked on the ground over to third. They go to second for 1. Relay on to first. Double play. Grafton Stroop able to start a 5-4-3 double play, and now the Pippins have a man at third with 2 down.
Can breathe okay. Why don't you get on your feet? 1 out away. Or stupidly. You know what? Your choice.
Tommy Lamb stands in the way of Portland's 28th win of 2026. Reese sends home the first offering. It's fouled into the netting on the right side, 0-1. Oh and 1, top of the 10th inning now in Ridgefield. That game's gone to extras, tied at 8. 0-1, misses way high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Exciting baseball being played up there in Ridgefield. 1-1, high and tight, 2 balls and a strike. Corvallis won yesterday. Two one. Misses high and tight, 3 balls and a strike. Tommy trying to continue this game. 3-1. Reese misses way up, ball 4. Tommy draws the walk. Runners are at the corners for Diego Davis. One run, 3 hits for Yakima Valley tonight. 14 runs, 15 hits for Portland. Pippins looking for last little bit of juice here on a Tuesday night. First pitch, Davis nearly plunked. It was high and tight. 1-0. Resetting at the belt. 1-0. 88, hard at the plate, 1-1. We've seen Braden Reese get up to 91. Catcher certainly has a strong arm. 1-1, wave and a miss. And the Pippins down to their final strike.
Let's go, Pickles. Let's go.
Trying to sneak this one in under 3 hours tonight. Should have taken the under. I took the over today. 1-2, wave and a miss, strike 3. Braden Reese with his first strikeout of the night, and Portland is victorious 14-1. This game wraps up at 10:15 p.m. here at Walker Stadium. Yakima Valley, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error committed. Portland, 14 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors committed. For everyone involved with the Yakima Valley Pippins, I'm Harmon Johnsen signing off for now, saying stay safe, have a wonderful rest of the night. The Pippins fall to 21-32 on the season. One more game left to go. Tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m. We'll talk to you then. Final score again, Portland 14, Yakima Valley 1. You've been listening to Pippins Baseball. Have a great night.
It's this player.